So emotional. I'm so emotional.
I'm so alone. We need a curtain for this. Look at that. It's just like a...
I can get you a curtain right now.
No, we're not doing a curtain right now.
Okay.
What, are you mad?
Okay.
Are you insane?
No. Definitely not.
All right. Let's get this show on the road. Well, whenever you're ready, Nikki Hill.
I'm ready.
What are you slamming over there? All right. Yeah, it's working. Hold on one second. Go Nintendo Podcast. Webisode 780, the Drampa Podcast. The Go Nintendo Podcast is a part of the Greenlit Podcast Network at greenlitpodcast.com. Get back here, Drampa. Come on, Brain.
Yeah?
Would you tell us about Drampa, please? Drampa and Drama.
Drampa. The mountains it calls home are nearly 2 miles in height.
Wow.
On rare occasions, it descends to play with the children living in the towns below.
Whoa.
Wait, is this a Pokemon or is this a dragon monster? What is that game called?
Dragon Mons, digital dragons. Dragonmons are the champions.
Your mom
Oh,
says,
my mom's
"Hi,
here.
honey."
My mom says, hi, honey.
I don't remember because Rami took his phone. I don't know how tall. 9 feet, almost 10 feet tall, 400 pounds, male and female. The category is placid with a P. And their abilities include Sap Sipper and Berserk.
Well, the food ball did not work this week.
He'll
The
just
cat
come
is
and
back.
settle down. He'll just come and settle down.
Oh, yeah, look at him settling down.
Man, well, I'd just like to say hello to Giant Reggie. I mean, hello to everyone in the chat, but Giant Reggie just made a comment calling attention to the fact that we are unofficially 15 years of podcasts.
Oh, my God. How the hell did that happen? That is gross. There you go,
We're
man.
coming up. I mean, it's still going to take a while, I guess. It's still a few more years away.
Hi, Freddy Fro. Hi, Aloe
Where
Wolf.
you've been podcasting longer than you've been alive.
Hi, Lee and Tom. Autumnal Blake. I thought you were talking about me. Hello, Robot Face. Spam, Dre Gamer, Sarah, Storbas Gjorvin, Giant Reggie, Malik Halo, Popple, whoever else I haven't seen. Thanks for joining us today. My mom, of course. Hello, mommy. I love you, mommy.
Aww.
Anastasia Beaverhausen. You know, I was thinking yesterday about hello, Super Blast X. Thanks for joining us. I was thinking yesterday, you know what? Well, I've said this before. I really love doing the podcast. It's just my favorite part of doing anything Go Nintendo related because it's just
Mine too.
it's just, really your favorite wasn't working or updating the site that one day where I got back to you after 2 hours and you looked like you had gone through 3 wars.
It's just not my cup of tea. All right.
You don't like the internet yelling at you every moment, telling you you're doing everything wrong.
I mean, I do that at board meetings.
I don't think I've
but at
ever
least that's
seen-
like once a month, twice a month.
I don't think I've ever seen that look on your face since then. Like when coming back after you had handled the site for a couple hours, you looked traumatized. And I remember.
Right.
Go ahead.
What's a worse feeling? Having the internet telling you're doing everything wrong, or telling your fiance that you're telling your fiance that you're telling your fiance telling you that you're doing everything wrong?
Well, I mean, I was worried about doing everything wrong because I was worried about him telling me that I was doing everything wrong. Know what I mean?
Storba says, know what I mean? Storba says, nice haircut.
Know what I mean?
Thank you.
Mom Brain, is this or is this not true? When I had come back from being away for a couple hours after giving extensive details, you can't do that, Mitch. You had
monster.
You had posted 2 stories.
So here's how
I remembered like trying very hard not to be mad, but I was like, you did 2 stories.
I was also in like a coffee shop in Santa Monica, like, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But
You can't do that, dude. Don't rub your face on a microphone cord.
Here's how I work. I'm not like, I don't learn something in any given day, right? Like, I have to go to sleep.
Neither do I.
I have to go to sleep. I have to have done it, go to sleep, and then I wake up the next day and I'm better at things.
Hi, Nico Darunia.
And then like I do it again and I go to sleep and I wake up the next day and I'm better at things.
Hi, Robert Mannix.
It's not for me a time thing, I don't think. I think it's like I literally have to sleep so that I can like process information and like get better at things. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, but I explained it to you like
right,
the day before.
I didn't actually do it. Like if I kept doing it, then I would have gotten better.
Listen, it doesn't matter. You haven't done it since. You'll never have to do it again.
I tried so hard.
Well, if I kick the bucket, you're going to have to do it every day. Okay?
Well, then I have to quit my job.
I know.
And I'm really good at that. Here, let's just play a little thought game here. How about you go do my job?
Well,
and not look traumatized.
I have been hearing it every day, so I think I could do it. I think I could. Let's
in
say
person?
this. No, in
they
person,
would
no.
eat you alive.
In person, I couldn't. Over the phone, yes, because I know your whole routine after hearing it for however many days it's been.
0.1% of my routine.
Listen, we do the weather. We talk about colors.
No,
we
no,
read
no.
a story about some
The thing is,
roller coaster. Listen, I'm not.
Addie's
Romy
choice is
doesn't
the
really
amusement
like
park.
kids, but kids really enjoy it.
Listen, I'm not being serious. Of course, I could not do your job. This isn't like a, I work harder than you thing. I just thought it was very funny that at that time you look so terrible.
I would love to see your face after a couple hours in my class.
Well, it's kids. I don't like kids, so.
I don't either.
But they gave me that sweet teacher paycheck.
Oh man, the benefits
Makes it all worth it.
Holy cow! Do you know what? I'm about to get my very own one mask and one shield.
Wow!
I'm gonna have a shield. I want it decorated. I might go for the
like
Carol Baskin
on your arm, right?
I've had those.
Like a shield.
I've had like pads, bite guards.
Why you're telling it to me like I don't know this? Yeah, I've put them on you before.
Yeah, those are.
You need
fun.
like a riot stick.
That's what I had the riot arm guards.
Hi, Nikki Hill. Nikki Hill is here.
Nikki Hill is on mute.
Rudy Duty is here watching the why can't I ever remember the name of this thing? The mixer. And of course, Josh Grobot is here. Hello, Josh Grobot. How are you this lovely Saturday?
A big hello to my fans.
Uncharacteristically upbeat start from Josh this week. I like it.
No, not at all.
Sorry.
Is that what I sound like?
That is what you sound like. It's always, I want to compliment Josh, but it seems like when I do, Josh, we go so far back. Why? Just ease up, bud. We love having you
Smash
here.
that subscribe button.
Thanks, Josh.
Hey, be quiet. I think I hear something.
Josh, we did that last week.
That's none of your business.
Robert Man X, that's a great picture. My favorite smooth SpongeBob. Robot Face just sent in the chat. Anyone seen these? I'm a little disturbed.
Ooh,
Lay's
Old Bay.
Lay's Chesapeake Bay crab spice.
I've had Old Bay chips. I love them.
Crab
I think
spice.
those are, they've been around, right? I had a question for Josh. Josh,
Sure, whatever.
you didn't even let me ask yet, Josh. Are you friends at all with any of the Boston Dynamics robots?
Sorry, I wasn't listening.
Okay, Josh, we'll circle back around on that.
We'll try that again
No,
later.
not at all.
Woo! Josh is fiery today. All right. First things first. I had a message from a listener, Luke. And I asked him if I could share part of their message on the podcast, and they said yes. So I'm going to share it with you guys. Luke says, "Hey, Armsay, I hope you are doing well. This COVID nonsense has really been dragging me and my family down. It's hard to have young kids and a wife who isn't working right now due to COVID. Got to get those kids working, damn it. Hopefully we'll be able to get on our feet here soon and continue into life. I want to thank you for being such a positive voice during this time. Your podcast is one of my highlights, and listening to you talk with the podcast crew makes me feel like I'm hanging with friends when I can't right now. Once again, thanks for all you do for entertaining us during a hard time. Well, you're very welcome, Luke. Thanks for listening. I'm glad we can give you some sort of normalcy in all this. Other countries are getting more towards normalcy. I don't think anyone is at normal right now, but other places are getting better. Here in America, things are not going so well. We're not going to get into details.
But in New Jersey, things are going comparably well.
Well, it's going better here, but it's still,
Yes.
I would not say, it's safe and let's get back to normal. Like everybody's wearing masks, or we're
Let's not
wearing
talk
masks.
about it.
We're wearing masks.
Funny story about mask making, decided that I was going to try my hands at a new mask design yesterday because I'm going to need a whole bunch of masks for the upcoming school year. And I made one, and I spent like all day cutting out the, finding the right
I will
pattern
vouch
and
for this.
printing the
It was-
pattern and then cutting out the pattern and then washing fabric and pressing fabric and the whole shebang.
It was hours and hours and hours.
I mean, I had to stop in between to do whatever. And I made the mask.
Hi,
and
Bjorna.
It is just large enough to fit my teddy bear. It's like itty bitty.
I was hoping, you told me it was going to be really small, and I was hoping it was going to be literally like maybe 2 inches. It was big enough for a teddy bear, so not as small as
With a
I
very
was
large
hoping.
head.
But it is fun.
I was hoping you were going to say, I spent all this time, and I can't get it out of Animal Crossing. It's stuck in the game.
I spent all this time making a beautiful pattern.
Yeah. I got really great cat fabric, so I'm pretty excited about it.
Cat fabric. Do you have more of that left?
So much.
Okay.
I have so much. It's just a
Well, I
seam.
guess you can try again. Take another 24 hours
Yeah,
and try again.
maybe today after the
If
podcast.
only we knew someone who often sewed
Yeah.
and could give you pointers and maybe has made masks and might be interacting with us right at this moment.
Well, look, it really, I think I know what the problem is, but I will be reaching out to her later if I am in trouble.
What do you mean if you already were in trouble? You know what, Mom Brain? That's enough. This is a video game podcast. We
Got
talk
it.
about video games.
Got it.
You know why?
Yeah,
Because you're a hardcore gamer.
I am a
You've been
hardcore
saying
gamer.
it all week. You've been saying it for a couple weeks now.
I'm a hardcore gamer.
Well, first off, before we talk about Nintendo, we're
I'm
gonna
a hardcore gamer.
you too, Josh. We're gonna talk a little bit about Microsoft, because Microsoft had their press event, their online digital event, whatever you want to call it, to show off some of their this cat, man, to show off some. He wants to lay down, but he can't put his face into the mixer. So he keeps trying to find a way to rest his head, and he can't do it. If only there was millions of beds in this house for him, or little
Yeah, it's
boxes
a
for
shame.
him, or what an idiot. So anyway,
I have a question.
yeah.
And it's about the Microsoft thing, so if you want to keep talking about
No. We'll go to Microsoft. Yeah.
I didn't watch it. I didn't know what they actually announced, but I did watch a video highlighting supposedly some of the most exciting moments. Or not the exciting, but the exciting games or whatever. And it was is Forza one of the driving games for that?
Yeah, Forza is Microsoft's big racing game.
So there was that, and then a bunch of first-person shooter games.
Yeah, I mean, watching, I like first-person shooters. I play first-person shooters, but yeah, when you watch you and I watched the PlayStation conference a few weeks back, and I watched.
It was a bigger display of a bunch of different styles.
There were certainly more games in there, yes, but then more recently, I watched a Ubisoft event, and then I watched a Microsoft event, and Ubisoft's event was, I don't think saying 90% shooter is an over-exaggeration. They were all mostly shooters. I believe there was third-person shooter in there too, but lots of first-person. And then I watched Microsoft's event, and there was a lot of first-person shooter as well, except there were some other things in there that I was excited about. Rare showed off their new game, and I don't remember what it's called. It's called Ever something. I don't remember what it is, but
Your mom says the podcast is out of focus.
she's old. It's her old eyes. What am I going to stop the show to go? Oh, fine. All right. You talk about the Microsoft thing.
Well, see, when it comes to Microsoft, they're really people are really disappointed with the new Xbox Halo. They think it looks crappy in comparison to like I don't know, like The Last of Us.
Solid Master Link, hello, and yes, thank you. It's Everwild, Rare's game Everwild.
Everwild. Yeah, I just saw it.
Looks really cool. I really like that trailer. I don't know what you do in the game.
It looks nice.
I have a correction.
Yeah.
I did forget that there was a game called Fable, but I don't think it's related to the old Fable that we know from years gone by, right?
It is 100% related to the old Fable from years gone by. It is a new entry. It's a new entry in that franchise.
Oh, but it's just called Fable, huh?
Yeah. Well, that's how Microsoft operates.
They couldn't call it New Fable or New Super Fable 2?
You know, you knock the new thing, and it is worth knocking, but at least putting something else in the name lets you know that it's not the original. Like if I told you Super Mario Brothers and New Super Mario Brothers, yes, obviously one isn't new anymore, but you would know what the two games are. If I told you Fable and Fable, you would have no idea. You have to say Fable 2021 or whenever it's coming out.
Fable and Fubble. No, one is pronounced Fable. The other one is pronounced Fable.
Fable.
Fable. I think it's Fable. Michael Fable. So yeah, they showed off Fable, but yeah, there were a lot of shooters. But Mom Brain is getting to the point that you gotta stop, dude. Mom Brain is getting to the point that I want to talk about. So I watched they showed the first gameplay footage of Halo Infinite, and I'm a Halo fan. I didn't really like the last Halo game, but I'm still a Halo fan. And I saw this gameplay. It's like an 8-minute segment of gameplay, and I was like, "Wow, this looks really good." It looks more like the original Halo. I really like the style of it. I liked everything about it. I watched the whole gameplay segment, and all I thought about was how I was more hyped for the game now. And I was like, "Well, that's that." And then I continued working, and I found out that a large I don't know if it's a large portion, but a portion of the internet was extremely angry about Halo Infinite because they were saying how bad they thought it looked visually. Everybody was taking screenshots and saying how it looks like an Xbox 360 game, and why are we going to spend money on a new Xbox when this is what the games look like? Now, Halo Infinite is coming out on Xbox One and Xbox Series X, so it's a bit of a moot point, but I was taken aback because I was like, man, I watched that whole gameplay trailer or gameplay video, and I never thought once about graphics. Like I wasn't like, oh, this looks bad, or this looks gross, or this doesn't look finished, or whatever. And I think it just goes to show that I really don't pay attention to graphics, but things can wow me with their graphics, certainly. But if they don't impress me with graphics, I'm just looking at the gameplay, and the gameplay in Halo Infinite looked fun to me. I was like, oh, you get a grappling hook now where you can pull things towards you and throw them at enemies, or you can grapple onto an enemy and zip to
graphically
hook. Graphically hook.
That grappling hook didn't really graphically hook me.
What?
What?
Is that new? Is that real?
What?
Steel Diver?
Go ahead, Mom Brain.
No, Regis Philbin died?
I don't know. Steel Diver says R.I.P. Regis Philbin.
Look it up.
Oh my God. What?
Well, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening.
Man, Regis Philbin's not gonna
dead at 88.
Regis Philbin's
35 minutes ago.
Not gonna get to play the new Halo anymore. He was looking forward to that. Rest in peace, Regis Philbin. I'd like to solve the puzzle.
Regis Philgrim and Kelly Ripa.
Regis Philbin and Kelly Ripa. One of my favorite Wheel of Fortune clips ever. But anyway,
interesting. Sorry to no disrespect to Regis Philbin. Rest in peace. One thing that I wanted to say about the graphics.
Oh, he had a heart attack.
Is when you were watching when we were watching together digitally over the internet, the PS5 stuff. I remember you watching it and being like, "Oh, that doesn't really look that interesting. That much better than the PS4 graphics."
Yeah, I can't make that statement.
No, you can, but it's just funny that like during the PlayStation one that you called attention to that right away, and then it's a gameplay trailer, so that like you're focusing on the gameplay of Halo, but at the same time you're like, yeah, I didn't even think about it at all. It's just interesting that like different times you're focused on different things. I'm not calling you out on anything.
Well, it also might have something to do with the fact that like I'm a fan of Halo, so I'm looking at a Halo game and I'm looking to see what the game offers as far as gameplay goes.
Right.
Whereas like this cat he's got to go.
Come on now.
Like when it comes to the other stuff, like I don't remember what specific. I can't even remember what was in the PlayStation 1, but maybe it was stuff I wasn't personally interested in. But I don't remember saying like this looks like garbage. This looks terrible.
No, you didn't like call it out like
Yeah.
that. You were just like, I don't know. That just for something that's supposed to be like upping the graphics by so much. This doesn't look that impressive to me.
Yeah, I haven't seen anything next gen yet, minus Senua 2. That impressed me visually, but we don't know how much of that was CG and how much of it was real time. We don't know if any of it was real time, to tell you the truth. But that's the only thing I've seen. When you're talking, when you're talking about a next gen system, you're talking about how much better the graphics are. That's really all that there is when it comes to Sony or Microsoft. You're just talking about how much better.
About Nintendo, at which point you're talking about, whoa, I can't believe they just changed the game that much.
I can't believe I got to wear this controller on my head while I that's what you talk about with Sony and Microsoft, how much better the graphics are. But again, I don't think it applies to Halo Infinite because Halo Infinite is Xbox One and Xbox Series X. So it's not a true test of what the Xbox Series X can do. But anyway, yeah, the internet's been having a field day with that. And I was like, man, I'm so tired of this stuff. People like, I can't take it. I can't take it. People just bombarding Microsoft on Twitter with like screenshots of the game and yelling at them and bad mouthing them and cursing at them. And I was like, oh God, this is terrible. Social media is terrible.
It's almost like just because you've played a video game doesn't mean that you know how to make a video game.
Well, I mean, I'm not going to say that there's anything wrong with having an opinion on a game's graphics. That's totally fine. But going on Twitter and being like, you stupid Fs, Halo looks like a dumpster fire. Why you're wasting your time? This is embarrassing. That's a little bit different than being like, oh, I don't really care for the look of the new Halo.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Mm-hmm.
I have a request to all listeners of GoNintendo.
Well, I'm frightened for what's coming next.
Start spreading the love. What?
Oh, that's good. Okay, start spreading the love.
There's far too much hatred on the internet for every single thing. Like constantly. If I don't know. It's just so frustrating. I saw a post about like how you just can't tell people something. And what's the sentence, Mom Brain? Like the quick fox jumped over the brown dog. What is that? The
quick brown fox jumped over the lazy dog.
Yeah, and somebody posted that and said this sentence has every letter of the alphabet, and it's just a full wall of people saying there's no Z, there's no L, there's no W. It's like people aren't like if people don't want to see it, they're not going to get it. But we need to start spreading more freaking love. Like you don't have to touch each other for it. Just positive vibes. It's all it takes.
You hear that, Josh? We got to be more positive, okay?
That's none of your business.
yeah. Excuse me. Highline Tom says, I need to be able to see bokoblin ass hairs rendered individually in high details.
Speaking of, Kirby's here.
Hi, Kirby. Thanks for joining us. All right. I just had to talk about that because it was really bugging me.
Listen, wait. Let's see what the Dove rapper has to say. Don't stop until you're proud.
I don't even know what that means. All right. Let's get into news. Mom Brain, hit me with that news jingle.
One moment, please.
Is this going to be a whole ASMR podcast of you eating chocolate into the microphone? Thanks, Mom Brain. Police.
You were talking to me. I was like, no, I'm eating a cookie. But then I realized I was muted.
Police in Taiwan did a little bit of very interesting detective work. There had been a switch that was lost. They didn't know who the switch belonged to, and they had no idea how to find out who it belonged to until they turned on the switch itself. They saw that the switch had a copy of Animal Crossing New Horizons. And it appears either someone at the precinct did some research or someone at the precinct was a fan of Animal Crossing New Horizons, because they took to Animal Crossing's in-game messaging service. And they sent a message to someone who was a friend in Animal Crossing. And they were like, hey, we have so-and-so's Switch. They obviously lost it. Can you give us their information? We can get it to you. Actually, this is exactly what I said. Hello, this is the police station at blah, 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 blah. The Switch has been parted from its owner and was turned in. We do not have other means to contact the owner, so please help us reach out on our behalf so they can recover it. And that person got in touch with their friend, and they were like, hey, they got your Switch. And they were reunited with their Switch. Isn't that really cool?
It is
I'm
nice.
glad it worked out that way, but that also sounds like
spam.
Not just spam, but like the beginning of an abduction story or something.
Wow. You know, you just talk about spreading the love, and now you're talking about abduction stories.
It's part of my culture. I can't get away from it that easily.
Well, what's the abduction in this? They got in touch with a friend, and they were like, hey, we have your friend's Switch. Can you let them know? Like they said, they're the police. So that guy's going to get in touch with the police station and be like, hey, I heard you have my Switch. There's no, like, where's the...
At midnight.
There's no... Well, if they weren't given a phone number through Animal Crossing, they were just told which police station it was. If they were like, hey, we're this police station, call us and you'll find out, then yeah, it might be like, oh, come pick it up at midnight.
And now we're going to get messages in Animal Crossing. This is your credit card company. Your exclusive offer is about to expire. Please contact us.
Well, I got a funny story about that. First off, King Broly says, that's not scary at all. No, sir. There you go. You and King Broly both scared by the police returning an item.
We've been trained to not trust anyone.
Police never die, by the way.
Police never die. All right, here's my funny story about that stuff.
Honestly, those police officers need to stop playing video games and get back to
I got a spam email from...
Poop diarrhea.
Poop diarrhea and hoagie
sandwich.
I've talked about those on the podcast, right?
Have you talked about Anitha?
I don't know. I'm pretty sure. Very long story, very short. I got 2 spam emails, one from Poop Diarrhea and one from Hoagie Sandwich. Those were the names. But anyway, I got a spam email, and it looked so legitimate, and it was saying it was from our the one of the data centers that hosts GoNintendo, and it was like, we're having trouble processing your billing. Can you get in touch with us with this information? It was like, take a picture of your ID and your credit card and blah, blah, blah. It's like, I obviously knew it was fake, but
who would fall for something like that?
The rest of the email was so legitimate. And I was like, I can't believe this stuff is going on. It's absolutely terrible. But yes, I did not fall for that. But plenty of people do, and it's a real problem. It's a real problem, Mom Brain.
It is. It happened to me once when I was in college, and it was really awful. It was like, at the very beginning of all that stuff.
This is Kutztown University's beer fund. Send us a picture of your credit card.
Send us your moolah, Broheim.
Mom Brain was like, dude, I gotta do this. I'm gonna run out of suds.
Give me the hookup with the red Mad Dog.
Bro, my foam dome's gonna run out. UK software sales came in for the week. Yes, that's not what you were like in college at all, by the way, at least when I saw you.
I mean, I have my fair share of brewskis and Mad Dog. If you've never had a Mad Dog before, you are not missing out.
I had my fair share of libations, bro.
But but I didn't sound like that. I sounded like, okay, but like, am I going to get caught? Because I don't want to not be an education major. And if they catch me as an education major, I'll never be a teacher ever again.
Paper Mario, the Origami King, had its debut sales in the UK. It came in at number 2 overall because it was beat out by Ghost of Tsushima. As I always say,
Unique.
the UK is PlayStation territory, but still, Paper Mario did well enough in the UK to secure a new series best debut in the UK. So we don't have the actual numbers because UK software charts don't release the numbers. But yes, this was a series best debut. So name any other Paper Mario game. This one sold better in its opening week. And remember, this chart only...
Super Mario and Thousand Year Door?
It sold better than it, yeah.
Super Paper Mario?
Yeah, sold better than it.
Pooper Paper Mario?
That one's not out yet.
I can't remember what those other ones are.
Sticker Star.
Super Paper Mario Sticker Star?
That's not a... yeah, sure.
Super Paper Mario Color Space, whatever that one was called. Color Coded?
Color Splash.
Color
Coded. And then Paper Mario, just Paper Mario. Yeah, so series best. And as I was going to say, this doesn't include digital sales either. So there's a notable little bit of history for you. We also have a look forward with Nintendo. Nintendo has trademarked the name Mario Sports. The trademark popped up in Europe and Australia. We have seen Mario dabble in all sorts of sports in the past, including basketball and golf and baseball and hockey. Yeah, sure, hockey and soccer. And then you count the Olympic Games, and he's done pretty much everything. But they've trademarked Mario Sports. The trademark was filed on May 14th. Trademark doesn't mention any specific platforms, but obviously it would be for the Switch at this time. So we'll see if Nintendo is just protecting a name here or if they actually have a Mario Sports title coming out. Kendrick Lamario says, new Mario Strikers, please, Ninty. Oh my God, I love the Strikers games. Super Mario Strikers and Mario Strikers Charged were so much fun. I really wish we'd get another one of those games. I'm not a traditional sports fan, and I will obviously say that the Mario soccer games are not traditional soccer. They're a little more arcade style, but still, I played the hell out of those games, and it's one of the very, very, very few sports games that I played with friends. Lube and JTS, we played Super Mario Strikers.
I remember that
so much because the computer was really difficult. When you cranked up the difficulty, and man, it was just so much fun. Waluigi crotch chops and Daisy sliding across the pitch on her knees and screaming.
On the Wii?
One of them was on the GameCube. One of them was on the Wii. Super Mario Strikers was on the GameCube. Mario Strikers Charged was on the Wii.
Oh, okay.
I believe. Yeah, I would love another one of those. I wish they would have published the game that Next Level was working on and got canceled. It was a cross between volleyball and professional wrestling, where like all the Mario characters were doing professional wrestling moves on each other while playing volleyball. I really wish they did that, but it was canceled.
Mario game?
Yeah, it was canceled. But it was in development at some point. There's concept art and everything.
This isn't a Nintendo thing. Like, Nintendo didn't make the game, but I would like a modern version of California games, please.
With Footbag.
Footbag and Frisbee and BMX.
Is it called Frisbee in that?
Disc? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. You guys want to go outside and play Disc?
Flight wheel.
Why did everyone have California games?
You're right.
What'd you say, Nikki Hill?
It was that good.
Like, I'm not even a sports person, and I had California games. What was going on that everybody bought it?
Did someone buy it for you? Like, that feels like, you know, an uncle.
I don't remember. All I remember is really enjoying it, and I was excited about it. It
was called Flying Disc.
There we go. Yeah, like everybody had it, or everybody at least knew about it or played it. Like, which is nuts because there's so many NES games that people don't know anything about. But I don't know what led to California games being so what's the word? omnipresent with all NES owners. I don't get. I mean, the game's good.
Because we all wanted to live vicariously, like live in California through the game.
You know what it might be? It's probably the cover art for the game, because I believe it had some, like, it didn't have heads of people. It just had bodies, and I believe there was a woman in a yellow bikini. I think that's true.
I don't know. I'm looking at the Commodore 64 cover art.
No, look at NES. I'm trying to think of what was good in that game. Footbag was.
When I went out to California for work, and like when I went out there, or we went out there for E3, and it's like when we went out there, it was like we fit in. We knew the culture. We had to handle ourselves.
Yo, guys, you want to do some?
We're down to game.
Out there, they just call them games, though. Everywhere else is California games. The flying disc game was fun. I don't think was there one. There's a half pipe. I don't remember it being fun. No, I know there was BMX where you're riding on like a sidewalk or something.
That's quintessential, right? Like California
No,
BMX.
No, the BMX one.
Roller skating on the sidewalk.
Yeah, the roller skating was on sidewalk.
Roller skating or blading?
I feel like it would have been blading. And you would like dodge cracks on the sidewalk and like bouncing balls, I think too.
Like
there was
Paperboy?
the surfing one, which I never knew how to play.
I always kind of finished it just by like not really getting points or anything.
Yeah, the trial would end and I would lose, but yeah, I didn't know what I was doing. All right, moving on. Hal Labs, which makes Kirby, and they help out with other things, but Kirby, Smash Brothers, they're at least involved with Smash Brothers. Their staff has moved to a new building, and that new building is Nintendo's new building in Tokyo. So Hal's 195 employees is now part of Nintendo's Tokyo building. And that shows us that Hal's staff has gone up, because last time we heard Hal had 169 members, but now they got 195. So Hal's working right in there in the thick of it with Nintendo. Remember, that's really interesting because Nintendo does not own Hal, but they're obviously like a second party for them pretty much. So, I mean, what else does Hal do? They work on mobile games, but they work with Nintendo. Ben Golden Triforce says, seems like everyone but Monolith is going to be in the new location, which is super cool to see. Monolith has 3 or 4 locations in Tokyo, so they really can't relocate in any possible way. I would imagine the majority of Hal is close to Nintendo physically, so it shouldn't be too much of an issue.
That is not correct.
Oh, I'm sorry. What is the truth, Mom Brain? Very nice. As I was teasing last week, obviously, but wasn't officially allowed to say, there was a Nintendo Direct this past week. Whoa.
It was an accident.
But it was a first of its kind Nintendo Direct. It was a Nintendo Direct Mini Partner Showcase. And Nintendo says they're going to have more of these Nintendo Direct Mini Partner Showcase events. And I'm going to take this opportunity to talk a little bit about this because this has been annoying me as well.
But enough talk. How about you?
Let's all be honest. We all want a traditional Nintendo Direct. If any Nintendo fan is asked, would you like a Nintendo Direct or a Nintendo Direct Mini or a Nintendo Direct Mini Partner Showcase or an Indie Direct? I would say the vast majority of Nintendo fans would want a traditional Nintendo Direct. 30 to 40 minutes of all kinds of exciting new things, blah, blah, blah.
You sound really excited about it.
Well, yeah, covering it is not exciting. But Nintendo announced the Nintendo Direct Mini Partner Showcase, and they made it clear that it was going to feature games from partners, and they made it clear that it was going to be 10 minutes long. And the event happened, and people were still upset and frustrated. And that would be something in and of itself on its own to discuss, but these Nintendo Direct Mini Partner Showcases are happening because we are in a pandemic. Nintendo is not able to progress or to produce these things as they normally would. Obviously, Nintendo's plan wasn't to make Nintendo Direct Mini Partner Showcases, but because of the things going on right now and because of Nintendo having to work from home and other companies working from home as well, their original plans didn't pan out. So they've had to not just readjust, but readjust on the fly. This is something brand new. I would imagine almost all companies didn't have any contingency plan on how to produce digital presentations in case there's a pandemic. So
What's wrong
Sony
with
did
you?
a pretty good job.
They're learning as they go. Yeah, Sony did a pretty good job, but Sony didn't Nintendo Directs are a thing. Everybody expects Nintendo Directs, but Sony doesn't have a thing like that. They just produce it at their own time. And Nintendo obviously does their Directs a little more differently. The focus,
Perhaps that was the most important
the
part.
focus on Directs is usually content that's coming out within the next 6 to 12 months. And when development schedules are impacted, you don't know what's going to come out when. And obviously, Sony's working with a lot of companies that are in the West here, and Nintendo is working in Japan with a lot of third parties that are over in Japan, as well as North American parties or European parties. So it's a lot to put together, and they obviously couldn't do it as normal. I understand we all want a Direct. I understand that. But I really like seeing people just yelling at Nintendo and being like, give us a regular Direct. We don't care about this garbage. I was going to say I can't believe people are like that. I can believe people are like that. But here's the other thing.
Rats ate your eyes!
Here's the other thing. And I may get knocked for saying this. It's video games. It's not the end of the world. Nintendo is going to release more video games. I promise. I have it on very good authority that Nintendo will release more video games. I mean, they just released a new game just a little bit over a week ago. I understand we don't know Nintendo's calendar for the rest of the year. I also understand that Nintendo is going to release games for the rest of this year. We will have more games from Nintendo. We just don't know what or when yet, but they're going to come. So we're going to
What if they started producing videos with really poorly animated Flash characters to host, and like they have like really robotic voices, and they call it Nintendo Indirect?
Was that a robot slur? Were you bashing robots there?
No, I wouldn't dare bash robots because the robots are going to rise up against it.
Thanks. Very cool.
Yeah, it's just I don't know. So prepare yourself because more partner directs are coming. Nintendo has made that very clear. So you're getting more partner directs.
Hello to my fans.
Now I don't know if that means that Nintendo's also not going to do their own presentations too, where they just show off first party stuff. Who the hell knows? But
would you like to host the new Nintendo Indirects?
We'll just have to wait and see.
So here's what was shown in the very first Nintendo Direct Mini Partner Direct. We got a look at Shin Megami Tensei 5, which was announced a while ago, but we finally got a look at like the game itself.
I think it's pronounced SLU.
And it's coming. People are really excited about Shin Megami Tensei 5.
No, everybody. I'm going off of how many people complained about the Direct.
Shin Megami Tensei 5 has been announced
Shut up. I don't care.
Spring 2021. So we finally have a release period. People have been wondering if this game was canceled. Well, it's not canceled. I have not played any of the Shin Megami Tensei games, but this trailer was something else, man. Just the whole vibe and mood of the trailer. I really liked it. Like there was something about it. They really nailed like the ominous feel to it. I watched that trailer and I was like, I might have to play this. I just really liked the way the trailer was handled. They also revealed Shin Megami Tensei 3 is getting some sort of, I don't know, it's a re-release or remake or HD remaster or something like that. We also found out that there's new DLC coming to Cadence of Hyrule, and some of that DLC is out right now. Cadence of Hyrule got character DLC, so there's some new characters in there. Then it's getting extra music in a second DLC pack, and then there's a third DLC pack that's coming out later this year, and it will include a new story. So a whole new gameplay mode, or a whole new game to play, basically, featuring Skull Kid, which I'm super pumped about. The pack I was least excited for was the characters pack, because you're just playing the same game with new characters, but that's the one that's out now. And you can get a season pass for all these packs if you would like. Nintendo also showed off some Rogue Company footage, and Rogue Company is available in open or closed beta right now. It's not really. I don't know if it's open or closed. They keep calling it closed. But basically, you can just get in the beta by buying one of the founders packs. And also, during the Direct, we had the chance to reveal a character. In the Direct, they teased a new character, but we had the full reveal. We had the exclusive full reveal of Glitch for Rogue Company, who Nikki Hill is very upset that Glitch is not unlocked right from the beginning. I went into, when I first got the closed beta, I went in to give Glitch a try, and I was like, oh, you have to unlock Glitch. So that's, Glitch is the most expensive one to unlock, Nikki Hill.
Yeah, I think I saw that. It doesn't make sense to me.
I think he's like 1,500 or no, 15,000, whatever. I don't know what. There's gold coins, and then there's the other thing that you don't need to spend money on, and he's 15,000 of the other thing, whatever that is.
And if I have to get it legitimately, I'll be playing that for 14 years.
Well, I'm sure they're going to do like double XP weekends and all that stuff. They do things where you can boost how quickly you get stuff.
I got no plans. I cleared my calendar. It's a double XP weekend.
And well, there you saw that. That was like a meme for a little while, like how girlfriends were getting mad at their boyfriends because the boyfriends were like, "I can't go out this weekend. It's a double XP weekend in Call of Duty." Nintendo also showed a new trailer. This is another example of me being surprised. Another trailer for.
Show us what that looks like. An example of you being surprised. Oh, yeah. Oh, wow.
They showed a trailer for WWE 2K Battlegrounds. We got to see what the Switch version of the game looked like. And the trailer featured Biggie, Kofi.
Yes.
Asuka.
Yes,
and,
I love Asuka.
Can you guess the last one?
Brock Lesnar.
Cesaro. You think Brock Lesnar is going to do that? So all four of them were playing the game. So the trailer was footage of the game on the Switch as well as footage of the real life wrestlers. And I watched that and I was like, man, that was so fun to see because, I like wrestling. Then I went on YouTube and I went to the Nintendo's YouTube channel because I'm posting trailers. And
Go for the chance.
I stopped looking at it because the downvotes were so much more than the upvotes. Or the thumbs up and the thumbs down. And people were like, Nintendo Direct Mini in Japan gets 8-layer Rona 2, whatever it's called. I don't know. That's not right. What is that game called? Atelier Ryza 2.
Mega Doo-Doo.
Atelier Ryza 2 is what they showed off in the Japanese Direct, as well as
Wow, I am impressed.
It's something about rice, Sakura rice. I don't remember. People are like, they showed that in Japan and we get to see WWE. Blah. Whatever. I was so upset. I was like, man, I really liked seeing that trailer. It was like, it showed off the Switch version, which I was excited to see. And it was like cheesy, but it was good to see the wrestlers. Whatever. So that was it. That was your mini Direct. I think that was it. Rogue Company, WWE, Canes of Hyrule. Yeah, that was it. And Nintendo said there's more of these Directs coming. They just did not say when, but I would imagine soon. Storbus Kjorvin says, woohoo, can't wait for 2021 now. Yeah, you got some Shin Megami Tensei stuff to look forward to. I'm going to have to look more into that series because I'm not joking, man. That trailer, wow, that was an awesome trailer. As I said, Nintendo's doing more partner showcases later on. We had the Glitch reveal. Wonderful. I'm going to do one more and then we'll do our ad break. Nintendo has once again said that they are continuing work on their quality of life things. So quality of life products. We don't know. They're doing a lot of experiments about tracking people's sleep patterns and helping them sleep and turning it into some sort of game where your sleep counts as progress in a game, blah, blah, blah. He was going to say right up Mom Brain's alley. But we've never seen anything released. This whole project or this whole quality of life project or initiative started years ago on the Wii when they showed off the Wii Vitality sensor, which ended up getting canceled. And it's been going ever since, but we've never seen a release for it. But Nintendo keeps saying they're doing it. Specifically, they say Moreover, we are working on the development. What the hell was that?
Nikki Hill, did you just become a
Nikki
robot?
Hill, what was that?
I didn't do anything.
Oh my God, that was scary.
I heard something, but I didn't say anything.
Giant Reggie said that this podcast is GoNintendo's quality of life product.
Oh, thank you. They
I
say,
just wanted to say that. Oh no, go ahead.
moreover, we are working on development of a new product that improves people's quality of life in enjoyable ways. Nintendo continues to engage in the development of new products for the future. Yes, Nikki Hill.
Judging by the patent photo, it's something to do with giving up your eyeballs for points or something. You have to re-earn. It's kind of like Metroid, I think, where like as the experience goes along, you regain more abilities. So like they take away your eyeballs in the beginning, and the more sleeps you achieve, you get your eyeballs back.
More sleeps. Yes, in the patent image here, it shows Mario in bed, and Mario does not have any
Also,
eyes.
That could be an image of Mario beefing on a pillow.
Hold on a minute. Let me get closer.
I think he's farting on a pillow right in that image.
It's
That's
true.
how you get pink eye. Did you know that?
His butt is up by the pillow. First comment comes from Chocolate Shake, and Chocolate Shake says it's an inside joke, right? At this point, it's got to be. I mean, it's vaporware, definitely. Well, no, it's not even vaporware because we haven't seen anything. We haven't seen an actual product or an actual product name or anything like that. We just see patent images of what could be. Nintendo also shared a much more detailed statement on how the pandemic has affected their development situation. So we got one quick one a while ago, but this is a much more detailed one from Nintendo's 2020 report. I'm going to read you the full quote, which is: development schedules may be impacted due to the difference in development environment between working from home and in the office, since teleworking is implemented at the company and its partners. As a result, we may not be able to proceed with the release of Nintendo products and the start of services as planned. Nintendo will continue to conduct business operations by taking necessary measures so that it can continue to provide an environment in which consumers can enjoy its products and services while giving due consideration to health and safety of its consumers and employees. I don't know about you, but it seems pretty sensible to me. Make sure your employees are safe, and working from home takes longer and things might be delayed. The end.
If only it were that simple.
Makes sense. You mean for people to understand?
Yeah.
Oh. La Saterna says, I had a feeling something's off even before the pandemic. Only 5 games released so far, only one of them a Mario branded game, and nothing announced besides the 2 long-term titles, Zelda and Metroid. Okay, Detective Pikachu. I think Nintendo's problem might be bigger than they like to admit, but then again, it's all speculation. We can only wait. The health of the employees is more important than release schedules anyway. I don't know why people insist there's some sort of...
people have to get back to work. We have to get people back to work.
I don't understand why people insist on there being some sort of like conspiracy theory about maybe Nintendo is having problems internally and that's why there's no games. I don't know.
They're supporting other companies to release games on their system too.
A game literally just came out. A Nintendo game came out last week.
What was that?
Paper Mario. I don't get it.
No, Rami, we're talking about games that everybody wants to play, not just some people.
I don't get it. I really don't. I understand that Nintendo doesn't have anything lined up for the rest of the year. Do people really think Nintendo's not going to have any other games for the rest of this year? Is it frustrating not knowing what's coming? Sure. Does that mean nothing's coming? No. Obviously, games are coming. I just can't believe we literally just got a game, and we got Clubhouse games not that long before that, and then we got Xenoblade maybe like a little bit
Animal Crossing,
a little bit over a month before that, and Animal Crossing before that.
The Judge
I honestly
Judy.
feel like Animal Crossing, maybe it's because of the pandemic, but I really feel like it's like the game to end all games at this point.
I don't get it. But I don't get it.
Yeah, or the whole deal when it takes time for a company to make a game and for it to be like polished, and then the game launches and then people buy it and they play through it in the first weekend, and then they're like, "That was great. When's the next one?"
Yeah. I was reading an article about that. That games aren't really about playing the games. Games are about the hype leading up to the game, and then the game gets consumed in 2 days, and then people are like, "Okay, the next thing. Let's go to the next thing."
Christmas.
Here's a
It's
conspiracy.
the hype leading up to Christmas, and then the day of, and it's like, oh.
Here's a conspiracy for you. Maybe Nintendo has some big stuff lined up for this year, and they haven't said yet because Sony and Microsoft have their systems coming out this year, and Nintendo wants to make sure they have big ammunition to go up against those 2 new systems because Switch is going to be cheaper, and if they have a big game around that time, wouldn't that make a lot of sense? There's a conspiracy theory for you.
I've got another.
Does that make sense?
Oh, you've upset the cat.
Nintendo launched Clubhouse games. Well, and even Animal Crossing. A lot of people just like live on Animal Crossing, right? But for me, it's Clubhouse games. So they launched a game that kind of took away a quality of life because all I do is sit and play solitaire.
Well, the other thing
it's not their fault. It's not their fault. It's my fault. But then they continue to tease this game or like experience that's going to improve their quality of life. So like I'm on board.
Yeah.
So like they take it away and then they taunt you and they're like, "Oh, we're bringing it back. We're bringing that quality of life back, baby."
I think the real thing is here. I'm just looking at it. There's 2 things I have to point out. I acted the same way when I was 10, probably. But I didn't have the internet. Now all those 10-year-olds have the internet. So, if it's little kids acting like this, I totally get it because they're kids. They all do stupid stuff. We all did stupid stuff. It
Not
happens.
me. I didn't do stupid stuff.
So I get it. But
I think there's also people who acted that way as kids and grew up acting that way and they act that way as adults.
Yeah. It happens.
Red Club people.
It's the same. The same kind of discussion could be applied to what's going on with Microsoft and Sony right now when it comes to their fans talking about the power of their systems. I saw a thread the other day that was like, Insider gets information about PS5 that, if true, could blow away the competition. I was like, oh, let me see what games they're talking about here. It was like 7 paragraphs about teraflops and processing and ray tracing and all that stuff. Like, I was like, God, it's like I'm living in a different world. Nobody goes to the store and they're like, excuse me, which games have ray tracing in them? Or nobody goes online and they're like, let me see which version of Unreal Engine this game uses. You're playing the games because the games are fun. But instead, it's all talk about how many polygons something can push and how the visual fidelity and the frame
I'm over
rate.
here pushing polygons.
Can't tell you how many threads or discussions I see nowadays where people are like, if a game is 30 FPS, I just can't play it. Is 60 FPS nice? Sure, it is. We enjoy it. Do you need it? No, you don't need it. I sound like such an old man in this podcast. Mom Brain?
Yes, dear.
Could you hit us with the ads, please? I'll be a completely different person when we come back from the ads.
This is Super Nintendo ads.
You know I don't like Dr. Mario. I think he's a fraud, back alley doctor.
Am I very happy to be here.
With the help of a doula, you can do anything in the tub.
You're looking at the Nintendo knitting machine.
Do you feel that I abused you by making you play Night Trap? I challenge you guys to a dance-off at McDonald's tomorrow's. What have I done? Sweet Jesus, what have I done? Super Nintendo ads entertainment podcast. Every week right here on Greenlit.
How does Bloodborne stack up against, say, Oregon Trail? And is Bomberman just Loadrunner from a different point of view? Find out on Hardcore Gaming 101's Top Games, where we objectively, definitively, and scientifically rank the games you nominate for our ever-growing list. HG 101's Top Games, twice a week, every week, right here on Greenlit.
Yes, Mom. Oh, very nice, Mom Brie. First off, Solamaster Link, I see you posting about Viz Media publishing the Iwata Asks book. Thank you for that information. We did share that news yesterday, but it is very exciting. Oh, wow. That is so cool. That's something else we're going to talk about later. I'm looking at what you shared, Dre Gamer. That is cool. All right. Yeah, you have to listen to the other podcasts to hear the GoNintendo ad. Or, you just listen to the GoNintendo podcast and you get what the show is really about. You don't need to... I mean, I could play you guys the ad one day if you want.
Robot face posted?
No. Oh, that Kermit. Yeah. I love a good Kermit. I'm excited for that new Muppet show.
Too.
It
I
comes
love
out
the
in a few
Muppets.
days.
I do love the Muppets.
I'm excited for anything Muppets.
Me too.
I'm very jealous because, yeah, I'm jealous. There was no way it would have been offered to me, but I saw some members of the press, not related to video games, got to do interviews with the Muppets about the new show, but they were over the internet. So you are FaceTiming with Gonzo, and Gonzo's talking
to Kermit the Frog.
Well, I don't know if Kermit did it. I saw Gonzo though. And Gonzo said Miss Piggy is too Hollywood to do it. So she wouldn't do it, so Gonzo would.
You know
And Gonzo said he's not allowed to do any big stunts in the show because standards and practices. They won't let him. They
since
said he's
like the late 70s, early 80s.
yeah, he's not allowed to do stunts anymore. We don't need to do that. I will say it's Splatoon 2's third anniversary. So happy third anniversary to Splatoon. But here's what I will talk about with Splatoon. There's more Splatfests.
Splat.
Mom Brain.
Yes, dear.
Nintendo says we're getting into the anniversary spirit and taking another crack at a classic Splatfest question. It's your second chance to answer the conundrum of which came first.
The chicken or the egg?
August 21st at 3 p.m. California time 3. Which team are you fighting for? Chicken or egg?
Chicken.
Chicken? I think I will go with chicken. I don't know which came first, but I'm going to go team chicken. And then Nintendo also says make sure to stay fresh because 2 bonus Splatfests will be arriving before the end of March 2021. 2 more Splatfests. Oh, are they new or are they revisits like this chicken and egg one? I don't know. But Nintendo just keeps surprising with Splatoon 2. It's like they can't stay away. They keep going back. They're like, a little bit more. We'll do a little bit more for you.
Yes.
Tanuki Tony says, I love that Nintendo is redoing some old Splatfest. I really enjoyed taking part in the Ketchup versus Mayo one again. And it gave me an excuse to jump back into Splatoon 2 after not touching it for a while. Can't believe the game is 3 years old already. Isn't that nuts? The Switch is 3 years old. Isn't that nuts? Time flies, baby. Dead. Can I get a drum roll through, please? Dead Cells 3 has sold 3 million copies. If you haven't played Dead Cells, I suggest you play it because, well, let's say this. If you like Castlevania, classic Castlevania, I suggest you play this. Or not classic, I should say. Symphony of the Night style Castle. Well, I don't know. If you like Castlevania, if you like 2D Castlevania, play Dead Cells. It's a lot like that, except it's randomly generated. You have themes to levels, but the level designs themselves are randomly generated. And the game seems to have really clicked with a lot of people because it has sold over 3 million copies so far. That's great news. And there's a new update available as well. Update 19, the update of plenty to celebrate the 3 million sold milestone. So you can check that out. Here's some more big news. Rocket League is going to go free to play this summer.
Whoa.
The game has been paid ever since it came out, but now it's going to go free to play, which is sure to really boost.
The game is fun.
Oh, Reggie likes it. It's sure to boost the player base. Rocket League has been big ever since it came out. There's still plenty of people playing it. But yeah, if a game's going free to play, of course there's going to be more people jumping in on it. So they didn't give an exact date for when it will be free to play, but they did say it will be summer 2020. So
I'm a hardcore gamer.
Josh, do you play Rocket League? All right, Josh. Well, thank you.
Sure, whatever.
Oh. Josh, I didn't think you would have time to play Rocket League with all your Tetris gameplay.
Did you know you can win money just for playing Tetris?
I did.
$5,000 is on the line tonight in Tetris Prime Time.
I won $2, or was it $2 or $5?
Did you know you can play Tetris for free on Tetris.com?
I did. Somebody tells me that all the time.
Yes, I really did.
Yes, I won $5 in Tetris, the mobile
Bless me, bagpipes.
online one. I'm very excited about that. I like playing in those tournaments, man. They're fun. They're very stressful, and they do different rules all the time. So it might be 6 rounds of really high speed Tetris, or slow to high speed, or garbage that you can clear, or garbage that you can't clear. They mix it up. It's fun. Mom Brain, you have it on your phone, but I don't think you've played, right?
I just played it like the non-competitive version.
Too scary.
That's right. I've been busy playing other things.
Hey, Mom Brain.
Hey, Ramit.
A dad, Nigel Brooks, had a Pokemon trading card game collection that was given to him by his mother 21 years ago. It was a gift from his mom because Nigel, when he was a youngster, helped out his little brother. His little brother was trading Pokemon cards, and there were some other kids who were trying to get him to trade away cards that were valuable. And the mom was like, make sure he doesn't give his cards away. But Nigel's little brother did give away some of his good cards, and Nigel went around to those other kids and got the cards back.
Shook them down.
So Nigel's mom was like, thank you so much, Nigel. Here, this is for you. And she gave him a book of Pokemon cards. And he's like, I don't even like Pokemon cards. But he held on to it all these years. He had 103 cards. And it turns out his collection is worth $44,000.
What a lovely story.
So he said he knows they're only going to grow in value, but he's going to sell them now. Why? Well, Mr. Brooks says because he wants to, quote, give his kids a really special childhood, end quote. So he's cashing in and he's going to spend $44,000 on his kids. What do kids like? Ice cream, Disney. Well, what
cards.
Pokemon. What else? Jeweling. They're going to buy the kids all the jewels that they want.
Maybe
like smoking jewels, not like gems.
Like a really cool swing set for the backyard.
Kids don't do that anymore.
Sure they
Gonna
do.
get them iPads. What else do kids do? TikTok Studios.
Treasure something.
Sand. Yeah.
Treasure
face masks for school.
Face masks. Yeah.
A new iPad so they can learn.
I already said iPad.
Treasure Tracker X or whatever it is.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of what else kids do.
But so
bikes, scooters.
I don't want to jump ahead too much on you, Rami, but I think this ties into the other thing because his name was Nigel, right? He got $44,000, but one person sold one card for far more than that. It was only one card. So
yeah, we could go right into that story.
I feel bad for him.
There's another Pokemon card that was sold at auction that has set a new auction record.
Out it came from Nigel's collection.
One of those kids never gave back the card that he stole from his brother. So yes, there was a PSA graded Mint 9 rated Pikachu Illustrator card up for auction. So Nigel got $44,000 for his 103 card. Hello? What's going on over there?
Me?
Yeah, you.
I don't know. I don't know what you hear. I have holes in my mouth, so maybe I'm breathing.
Yeah, so Nigel got $44,000 for his 103 card collection. But this other guy put up his one Pikachu Illustrator card. Can I get a drum roll? This is the biggest worthy, the most worthy of a drum roll ever.
Give me a minute.
This card brought in over $230,000. Oh, can I get a Yoshi, please?
Nope.
Nope. Okay.
Yeah, you can.
Whoa. Whoa, that's one of my favorite ones.
Okay.
To be exact, $233,578.75.
Let's have a little fun.
$133,000 for a single Pokemon card.
So you know the story about my father and trading cards, right?
Yeah, big Pokemon card fan. Yeah.
No.
Huge.
No.
He only collects Psyduck, I heard. Here's my collection of 4,000 Psyduck cards.
When I was a kid, we spent like...
Open up my book and see what's inside.
We spent like every weekend going to like the Mini Check and other places to get baseball cards because my father had convinced himself and my mother that was going to pay for my college education.
Your mother.
Now, I don't know what happened to all those baseball cards when they moved. I'll have to ask him. I'm going to talk to him over the next couple of days. I'll have to ask him what happened to his collection.
Wait a minute, when they moved a few years ago?
Yeah.
You graduated college a long time ago. They didn't get used to that?
Yep. There you go. My mom was like, oh, all these cards that we're going to pay for your college education. Oh, sorry. That was too loud.
I try and tell you, don't yell into the microphone. You know what he should have spent money on? Topps WWE cards. Could have gotten John Cena. Could have gotten Batista.
Some of those cards, though, Mom Brain, if you do find them, if they are in the walls of your house somewhere, maybe they'll pay for a new roof or something.
I think that they ended up they're not here anymore. I think that they ended up either getting
speaking like you're like a
medium.
Yeah, and you're like I don't feel them anymore.
No, I think that they're not here in this house. I think that they
have moved on.
Have moved on to either the garbage or Florida, which, quite frankly, is not a huge
totally
difference.
See your dad. The thoughts on Florida are Mom Brains and not those of GoNintendo. I could totally see your dad like going to move and having like a box full of like 500 cards, and he's like, I ain't going through these, and just throwing them away.
It's possible. They were in like books, like in baseball card holders and binders. Like there were boxes and boxes. Like I think he bought special card boxes.
Well, you're gonna have to ask him where they are.
Yeah.
Tanuki Tony says, I love the art on this card with the old style fat Pikachu. Not sure I drop $250,000 on it though. Wish I had that much to begin with. I'm sure the insanely rich buyer is happy to add this to their collection. It's one of the, I believe it's the most rare card there is in the Pokemon world. So
imagine what that card would have sold for if it was a sexy cheetah woman Pikachu.
That's right. That concept art is out there somewhere. Pokken Tournament DX, speaking of Pokemon stuff, will be free to play for Switch Online members in North America, Japan, and Europe. So if you have a Switch Online account and you live in North America, you can play the full game for free from July 29th to August 4th. If you live in Europe, you can play the full game for free from July 29th to August 8th.
There's a pool in the back.
So all you need is a Switch Online account, and you can enjoy the game for free for all that time. Play the whole game. You can play the whole game. And usually there's a sale to coincide with that stuff on the game itself. So if you play the game during the free trial and you're like, man, I really like this, then you can buy the game at a discounted price, although that is not mentioned here. We'll find out. But first, Josh, could you give us that lovely intro, please?
What are the next European masterpieces? Let's find out with Nicky's sweet releases.
Man, that bass. I love that bass.
I didn't realize we were there yet.
We're here. Oh, hi, PC.
So we have games that came out this past week in Europe. I guess you want to hear about it, right?
You want to hear it?
So there's a Rogue Company, the starter founders pack.
Hi, Blood Ocean.
There's also the Rogue Company Standard Founders Pack and the Ultimate Founders Pack. And I like that it says here, immediate access to Rogue Company before it becomes free to play at a later date. That should probably not be the first sentence there. Otherwise, people will be like, you know what? I'll wait for it to be free.
They're being honest. I have a question for you. Are you reading this off your phone?
I'm reading it off my Chromebook.
Oh, because you got a little quieter.
You go quieter. I usually when I'm speaking speakerphone, I hold it up. You know, like how parents hold it up when they're walking through the store.
Well, just speak up, whatever way you do it.
Cadence of Hyrule, Crypt of the Necro Dancer, featuring The Legend of Zelda plus Season Pass. So that's a game that's been out, but new content. And I guess they're re-releasing it with new content.
And there's going to be a retail release too, but right now only Character Pack 1 is out. The other DLC is coming later this year.
Thanks for that update.
Mm-hmm.
Retro Vamp. I saw this on the eShop channel, and I love dogs, so I wanted to know if you heard anything about it, Rami. One dog story.
I have not heard any details about it, no.
The Dog Island?
No.
It says here that there's RPG elements. Not sure about that, but it looked like a charming little outing. Rock of Ages 3, Make and Break. Panzer Paladin? Panzer Paladin. Panzer Paladin, I know what it is. Never-ending Nightmares. Sounds like I don't want to play that while I'm living alone. Cyber Complex. Hey, ASL. Want a cyber?
Come on over to my cyber complex.
Okay. I'm going to ruin this name. Grisaya?
No, that's right.
Grisaya Phantom Trigger 03 Prototype. And here's another one. Arcade Archives.
I
Yosai Straw.
That's as good as I could do it.
It's a shooting game released by UPL in 1992. Bent on domination, mad scientist has formed a secret society. Guys, select from 4 types of main weapons, sub-weapons, and bombs, and use them to destroy the steel fortress. Aircraft Evolution. That sounds terrifying. It's like just the idea that machines are evolving, right? Get me out of here. Oh, I watched the trailer for this last night too. Didn't know it was coming. Super excited. The people that made Machinarium, Creeps.
Yeah, I'm excited for this one too because Machinarium is such a good game.
Yeah, but you never played that other game, and I never played it either. I downloaded it. I bought it for my phone, and I downloaded it, and I never played it.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about.
They did another game that was like something all about plants and stuff.
Samarost?
No, it's like Botanitarium or Botany something. I'll look it up. I'll tell you after the podcast. But they did another game. Oh, and they also made some.
I think Mom Brain's got the name of that game actually.
DD Mega Doo Doo.
Tales from the Dragon Mountain came out this week. Subtitle, I guess, The Strix. Brightstone Mysteries Paranormal Hotel. Aeolus Tournament.
I think that every time I see that name.
Aeolus Tournament.
So Aioli.
It's all about. Never mind.
Okay.
It just makes me think of like the olive oil spread, aioli or whatever.
Yeah, Aioli.
Aioli. Is that what this is? Aioli.
Aioli tournament.
Hey, who's
Is that what I sound like?
Sushi Reversi. So this is all about cooked fish, I guess.
Oh man.
Germs. Crisis Remastered. Hunt. Checkers. Fibbage XL.
Fibbage.
Standalone. Quiplash. It's another Jackbox title. Standalone, right?
Yeah.
Epic Word Search Collection 2. Carry On.
Carrying.
Urban Flow Extended Edition. I think we released this a couple weeks ago or something.
Yeah.
But there's an extended edition. It's got the game and an expansion pack. Then there's Monster Blast. Chess Ace. Mini Island Challenge Bundle. Max and the Book of Chaos. Now, is this Max and the Magic Marker by chance?
I keep thinking that, but I don't believe it is. No.
Wow. That's crazy. Anyone who's named Max like has crazy adventures.
I know. Look at Mighty Max. He had crazy adventures too.
Yeah. Just say the first case HD. Jisei, Jizzy. Sorry. Clip Drive. I don't know if that. I don't even know I don't know how to understand it. Hamster Bob. Set out on an amazing journey together with Bob the hamster and discover a world that you will draw yourself.
Whoa.
Did I say it wrong?
No.
Rain Swept. Need a packet? This is when you go over to your neighbor because you need some sugar, but you don't need a whole jar of sugar. You just need a packet.
You got a sugar packet I could borrow?
Just one sugar packet, please. Colic. Detective Driver Miami Files. Dex. Mittelborg. City of Mages. And Cubicity. Or Cubicity. Cubicity. So and the rest were downloads, right?
That's what? What?
The rest were digital downloads or something. I don't even know.
What does that mean? They were all digital downloads.
Yes, well, I don't know.
What are you talking about? DLC? Demos?
That's what I'm probably talking about.
Autumnal Blake says, "Hi, Autumnal Blake, SLU." What do we got in North America this week? Let me tell you.
Downloadable content is what the rest of the stuff was.
We got Carrion, Dex, Crisis Remastered, Ageless, Aeoli Tournament, Arcade Archives Kangaroo, Arcade Archives Kotetsu Yosai Strahl, Brightstone Mysteries, Paranormal Hotel, Checkers, Colic, Cubicity, Cyber Complex, Desktop Volleyball, Detective Driver, Miami Files, Epic Word Search Collection 2, Escape Game, Fort Boyard, Fibbage XL, Germs, Hunt Interrogation, You Will Be Deceived.
You will be deceived.
Jisei, The First Case HD, Max and the Book of Chaos, Mega Dimension Neptunia 7, Middleborg, City of Mages, Need a Packet, Quiplash, Rainswept, Retro Vamp, Rock of Ages 3, Make and Break, Slots of Poker at Aces Casino, Spy Hack, Sudoku Relax 5, Full Bloom, Sushi Reverse Eye, Tales from the Dragon Mountain, The Strix, They Breathe, Travel Mosaics 4, Adventures in Rio, Unlock the King 2, and Up Cliff Drive. There you go. That's your North American releases. Autumnal Blake says, SLU won't be picking up anything this week, but I will be playing a lot more Paper Mario. It's been awesome so far. Well, I'm glad to hear you're enjoying that. I thought it was awesome too. Here's something crazy in today's day and age. Square Enix has teamed up with Yuji Naka. Yuji Naka, responsible for Sonic the Hedgehog, to publish a brand new 3D platformer. A new 3D platformer in 2020 from a major publisher. Crazy. It's been so long since we've seen something like this. The game has a terrible name. It's called Ballin Wonderworld. Wonderworld is fine, but Ballin? What's Ballin mean? I don't know. Ballin! It's an all-new action platformer from the creators of Sonic the Hedgehog. The family-friendly platformer will jump to Switch in 2021. It says spring 2021. Enter a whimsical and bizarre land through a mysterious theater. Players will take on the role of Leo and Emma as they embark on an adventure like no other. Led by an enigmatic maestro named Balin, they must navigate through the Wonderworld to restore happiness and balance the hearts and minds of all they encounter. Players will discover over 80 extraordinary costumes along their journey through a variety of unique environments within Wonderworld. So yeah,
lock the door and turn the lights down low.
It's a new 3D platformer. I can't even believe I'm saying that. But yeah, from Square Enix and Yuji Naka. Knockside says, looks weird. Definitely going to try this. It does look weird, and I'm definitely going to try it too.
Sorry, I was in the chat.
Mine Without a Cause.
That game kind of reminds me of Knights a little bit, right? Character design or something? I don't know. There's an eyeball, a yellow eyeball. Maybe that's all.
Mine Without a Cause says Alex Kidd plus Sonic plus Knights. There you go.
So I'm not that far off.
You are not. There's a game-breaking bug in Paper Mario.
I kind of know something sometimes, maybe.
There's a game-breaking bug in Paper Mario, the Origami King. It's pretty late in the game. It doesn't affect everybody, obviously, but you have to be careful because it can break your game and ruin your save. So Nintendo will obviously...
That would be so upsetting.
Nintendo will obviously patch this, but for now, it's dangerous territory. Since it's late in the game, it's kind of spoilerish. I guess I'll It involves a VIP card and a toad. You talk to the toad to use the VIP card to get access to a secret passage. But if you talk to the toad and get access to the passage and then talk to the toad again, he'll forget that you have talked to him, and you won't be able to progress anymore because the two toads that you need to interact with will act like you don't have the thing that you need to have because you've already used it. So basically, talk to the toads, gain access to the secret passage, and go in. Like, don't talk to them again. So like I said, it can happen. That's all that you need to worry about. Just be careful when you get to that section. VIP cards. Yeah, I was reading something. VIP cards, secret passage. Be careful. Ridley Soria says, well, it can be patched unlike Twilight Princess and Metroid Other M on Wii. Yeah, remember the Twilight Princess canon glitch? That couldn't be patched for you. Something happened with a canon glitch later on in the game and it ruined your save file. So,
yeah, it's like you went into a certain room or something.
I'm sorry.
If you didn't save before you went in or something, I don't remember. I have a question about this Yuji Naka thing.
Yeah.
Is it tied in with Professor Layton, or is he just dressed like that for any?
Are you saying that of your own volition? Because I made a joke about that on Twitter.
Yeah.
I put together a picture of Naka next to Professor Layton because I was like, this is some sort of like Professor Layton color swap or something. I'll tell them, Blake, I see your question. I don't remember the name of the region. I would have to go look. I just remember it's like considerably late in the game. Nintendo, unfortunately, has suffered yet another leak of content. We don't know how this keeps happening, but it's classic content. So it's like prototypes and design documents and concept art and unused sprites and demos for all kinds of classic games, Star Fox 2 and Yoshi's Island and just a whole bunch of stuff. We're not getting into the specifics of it because somebody stole this information, so we're not sharing that stuff.
Stolen.
Well, it is important to point out that this is happening. Sean Snocta says, I get not sharing specifics on the leak, but what is the source of the story? Is it just more content coming out from the previous hack or a new thing entirely? I believe my understanding is it was a mix of both. A majority of it, I believe, came from the same source of the last hack, but they're like hoarding information. And then I believe some more of it wasn't part of it. So yeah, it's rough. I don't know what Nintendo's going to do, but I can't imagine that person's going to be in so much trouble.
Welcome to your doom.
Or those people. Brie Larson, Animal Crossing fan, Nintendo fan in general, and Metroid fan, has once again said that she wants to be Samus in a Metroid movie. She wants to play Samus. This isn't the first time she said she wants to do this. She is also dressed up as Zero Suit Samus for Halloween a couple times now. This is a legitimate interest in the Metroid universe, and she wants to play Samus. She says, quote, I would love that so much. I was Samus for Halloween 2 years ago. It was literally a $20 costume I bought off Amazon. It was like nothing. I was so excited about it, and I posted a picture of it on Instagram of me and the costume, and it turned into this thing of people being like, whoa! She was always my character that I played in Smash Brothers, and I just loved her. So that whole thing started. I've definitely not... So that whole thing started, and I've definitely not put a squash to that story. I definitely want to make that movie. I definitely want to participate in that. So Nintendo, once again, I would love to do it. So there you go. Brie Larson wants to be Samus.
Well, she's produced and directed things, right? So she knows how to get things done. Get started.
Number One Assassin says, I think a Mandalorian type movie where the end reveal of a woman in the suit a la the first Metroid would be awesome. Keep the tone of the alien and I'd be all about it. The movie runtime is almost a better format for that gimmick than a whole TV series anyway. I don't know much about Brie, but she keeps showing her love for Nintendo and she's a big Marvel action star, so why not? I would be more hyped for that than I am about the Mario movie. I mean, Brie Larson, regardless of what you think of her acting or as a person, is certainly a A-list celebrity in Hollywood. Like, she's a major character in the biggest movie franchise. So having her play Samus would get a ton of eyes on it. Definitely, there would be a lot of talk about that, and she would certainly
there'd be eyes on it, all right.
run the gamut of talk shows and interviews for all that. I mean, it would be a great PR move.
Could you tell us one more time, what is that thing you wear on Halloween? It's called a
costume.
What?
Costume.
Giant Reggie
Costume?
in the chat. In the chat was like, "There's that New Jersey accent," and I was like, "No, it's just RMC."
What do you want me to say? Costume?
Costume.
Costume sounds wrong.
Okay.
Nikki Hill, you say. What way do you say it?
I'd like to talk about this news story, please.
Okay.
Costume. It's a T.
Costume.
Yeah. No. Anyway, would the movie include like Samus like running around and like getting to an impassable place and then going around and then getting a tool and then being like, now I can pass that area?
I mean, that might happen in the movie organically. Sure. I don't know if they're going to make backtracking and all that part of the movie. This is talking about a movie that doesn't even exist and hasn't been announced or anything.
But, you know, it would be a great one, and Peter would love it if a big part of the movie was saving all the little animals.
You know, it would be a great part of the movie seeing a Brie Larson roll up into a ball and roll around.
You know it's going to look really awkward and stuff, right?
Final top story.
But then, like, people who make the movie don't even understand or like know Metroid, so then they use like Transformer sounds as she's like rolling up.
If I know my Hollywood, they'd have something stupid where Samus would be like, I gotta get there, but get there quick. I'll use my morph ball, and then she'll go over to like some giant like vehicle that is shaped like a ball. And she'll get in and drive.
You heard it here first, folks.
Couldn't you totally see Hollywood doing that? Oh man!
But then while she's in it, it's like Tony Stark inside.
God, that's. I'm picturing myself sitting in the theater watching that and being like, "No, why are you doing this?"
I'd like to call
that
your
was
attention. Move away from the microphone if you're going to be loud or laugh.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, Nintendo is obviously saying they're much more involved with the Mario movie, and I would imagine they would do the same for a Metroid movie. So hopefully they would make sure a morph ball car wouldn't happen, but you never know. All right, final top story. Speaking of movies of video games, there has been a Mega Man movie in the works for a while now, and apparently something's going to be said soon. The directors of the film, Henry Joost and Rel Schulman, said they can't share specifics, but there's going to be some big news about the movie soon. So first off, the movie is still alive. That's news. Second, I don't know. We'll have to wait and see what this big news is. I'm still trying to figure out who the hell should play Mega Man. I can't think of anyone that should play Mega Man. Should he be boyish? I guess he should be boyish.
Yeah.
Well, it's funny you say that. Because another boyish actor, what's his name? He was in Inception. He's in the Batman movie.
Yeah. Oh man, I just blanked on his name.
I'm bad at
the kid from Third Rock from the Sun.
Yeah, him.
Yeah, Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Yes, he's in this video where they're talking about the Mega Man movie. He's not related to this. He works with the directors on other stuff. But he goes off about how he wants there to be a Bionic Commando movie. So I was like, well, there's your Bionic Commando.
You know, I've been gaining some respect for that guy, and that just gave even more respect.
Yeah, I don't know who the hell should play Mega Man. I can't think of anyone at all. There's, but I guess it would have to be somebody kind of boyish. Maybe what's Spider-Man's name?
I was just thinking about him.
But he's already doing.
Tom Holland. No, but he's going to be.
He's already Drake.
They should probably go with like Mark Wahlberg.
You know, I was going to say, I don't want to talk about the Uncharted movie anymore, which has Mark Wahlberg as Sully, because that makes me unbelievably angry on so many levels.
But it's a young Sully. Oh,
man. If you have any ideas for Mega Man, you let me know. for who should be Mega Man. First comment comes from Fish. Fish says, I hope the news is we canceled it. It was a bad idea. Or we decided to do the whole thing CG like a cartoon. Or I'm going to let Fish direct it. I don't think that last one's going to happen. Or the first one. I don't think they're going to say big news. We canceled it. I don't think a Mega Man movie live action could work. I feel like it could work. It just depends on how they handle it. I feel like anything could really work as live action. Obviously, some stuff is better suited to it, but
how about that Butterfield kid?
Butterfield kid? What?
Asia or I don't know how you pronounce his first name. ASA.
I don't know who you're talking about.
He was in. He's done some things. He was in that movie Hugo. You can look it up later.
I'll look that up later.
Somebody will post it in the thing.
Oh,
you know what? What about the guy from Silicon Valley? Thomas Middleditch.
Oh, there you go. Roth has got it. That's the kid right there. That's from Stranger Things. That's your Mega Man.
That's not from Stranger Things. He's from
you know.
The It.
The It, yeah. The It, starring It. Robot faces Haley Joel Osment. Does that guy still do anything?
There, that's Butterfield, whatever his first name is, Kevin. Or Raw Meat. Oh no!
Oh, the secret's out. Mom Brain.
It's been leaked into the internet. What?
Mom Brain, what have you been playing?
I played.
Yeah, I'm looking at him.
I played Animal Crossing. And then I beat The Last of Us. Thank you. It was a very emotional journey. And then I started The Last of Us Part 2, which is also proving to be a very emotional journey.
Yeah, but the first game, scale 1 to 10. What do you like about it? What didn't you like about it?
It was a 10. I deeply and truly love Daddy Joel. There's something about him that I just think is, I just love him. There were a couple of close calls. So that was, whew. I thought the gameplay was good. I felt like I kind of got the flow of the game and like enjoyed it. The story was phenomenal. The themes, the emotions were fantastic. I really thoroughly enjoyed myself. I found myself wanting to know what happened next and being really thinking about the characters when I wasn't playing. So it was really, really awesome. So I started the second one, and I have to say that
I'm a hardcore gamer.
I am a hardcore gamer. So Raw Meat kind of walked me through setting up some of the
accessibility options.
Yeah, and I have to tell you that it has greatly enhanced my experience.
PC's not paying attention like Nikki Hill. Mom Brain beat the first game and has been playing the second game. And in the second game, she is. We went through the accessibility options to tailor them to her experience.
Yeah, and I've found it very, very helpful so that I am enjoying my experience very thoroughly. And in fact, I'm finding as I'm playing, I'm like, is this what it's like for Raw Meat? It's just no. I'm because any other game, I'm riding the struggle bus and I'm enjoying it and I want the story and I want the experience, but sometimes my inability to play games very well gets in the way. And so this has been a really awesome opportunity where I'm actually having fun when there's enemies and when I'm having to fight and I can think about how I want to go about things. I'm really enjoying it a great deal. And I can't wait until it's not quite so soon, and I can like talk a little more about my experience because I don't want to spoil anything.
Kirby, I was thinking the same thing in the chat. PC said Pain Train, and in your chat, Mom Brain, you said Struggle Bus, and he's trying to decide which one is better.
Well, I'm no comment.
But you're happy you made the decision.
Incredibly happy. And you know, the second game is beautiful to look at. You know, it's just totally engrossing. I'm really enjoying it. No complaints.
I have to give you a lot of credit for playing that in the evening and then going to bed. It's not like incredibly scary, but like there's definitely like eerie, creepy things that kind of sit in your mind.
Yeah, I hit a part last night where there, like, I was in a place and I saw something that was not meant to be really scary, but you know, it wasn't like a bad guy or whatever, but like it scared the bejeepers out of me. And when we're not on the podcast anymore, I will talk to you about it.
Yeah. But yeah, I find it impressive that you can play such an incredibly beautiful and like well crafted game. Like everything about that game when I played it felt comfortable. It felt like nothing felt forced to me or anything.
Yeah.
So like it's just like it was like an extension of my body kind of.
Yeah.
But now I have a hard time going back into other games, and so like you can play something that looks so incredible and then go back to such a garbage fest like Animal Crossing. It's really great. I'm glad.
Wow. Mom Brain, are you going to let him say that?
Wow. Well, I mean, they're just two, you know, completely different.
You know what I have to say about that?
They are completely different games.
What
One
are you
is like
buying?
a really mature, serious game, and the other one is a game for children, right?
There you go.
Correct?
The other one is a game for everyone. For everyone. Even curmudgeons like you, Nikki Hill.
Yeah, right.
There's plenty of villagers in Animal Crossing who sound just like you.
You know what Animal Crossing is in the game? Who Animal Crossing is in the game for? Hardcore gamers like Josh Grobot.
Josh, do you play Animal Crossing? Have you ever played an Animal Crossing game? Thanks, Josh.
Sorry, I wasn't listening.
Josh, have you ever played an Animal Crossing game?
Sure, whatever.
That leads me to believe you haven't. Josh,
No, that means he has, but he didn't. It wasn't really anything to talk about.
Josh, I really think you would like them.
I am the world's best singer. I'm a hardcore gamer. I am the world's best singer. I'm a hardcore gamer. I am the world's best
All right,
singer.
Josh, we get it.
I'm a hardcore gamer.
I am liking this beat. Put it down.
I'm a hardcore singer. I'm the world's best gamer. That's what we need.
Single, Josh.
That should have had a beat on it.
With that single.
I'm the world's best singer. I know. I think I sound like Josh. I'm the world's best singer.
When you guys spend so much time together.
I am the world's best singer.
I'm the world's best singer. I'm a hardcore gamer.
I am the world's best singer. I'm a hardcore gamer. I am the world's best singer. I'm a hardcore gamer. I am the world's best singer. I'm a hardcore gamer. I am the world's best singer. I'm a hardcore gamer. I am the world's best singer.
We get it. Nobody's saying any different. Thanks, Mom Brain.
You're welcome.
Nikki Hill, what have you been playing?
Blah, 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 right?
What the hell's going on?
A big hello to my fans.
I played Clubhouse games. I played some golf with friends, golf with your friends, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, how did that go?
Are you okay?
I'm a hardcore gamer. That's none of your business.
All right, Josh. All right.
I am the world's
Josh, I'm
best
having
singer.
trouble, please. I didn't get to play with you guys that night. I was busy. I want to know how it went.
It went all right. There's some new levels or something, so.
Oh, yeah?
What?
I didn't know they were new.
Yeah, like a Candyland level and like something called the Escapists or something.
Oh yeah, that's another game that's out. They did a course based on that game.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they were good. I mean, it's just standard. Like, you know, some of the levels or some of the holes are like, they're challenging, but they're like, they make sense. And then there's
Challenge my
one
holes.
or two that are just like, no, there's no freaking way. There's just no way.
Yeah, there's a lot in that game that is, they overdo it. That's why I'm really counting down the days, which I'm not because I don't know when it's coming out, but I'm really excited for the user created courses because I feel like they're going to have a lot more traditional mini golf stuff in there rather than this outlandish stuff that they filled it with.
Yeah, so it's actually right before the podcast, I got an email to do a survey about the game.
Oh.
He's right that, like, you know, some of the holes are just, they're so crazy and like complex that it takes me out of the experience. And then also on top of it, I can't even look at the course with the freehand camera or whatever it's called because it doesn't show me anything. Like, the camera control is really strange. You know, the camera that the joystick, the thumbstick that moves me around the screen is also the one that's in control of zooming in and out or something. So it's like, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, the camera controls in free camera are weird. Yes, I agree. They could do them better. Roth says they have some fun maps. They have an official Worms one. Yeah, we played the Worms one, and it's nuts. Roth also says they have Mario, Zelda, and Sonic ones that are fan-made, and they're good. Well, I'm looking forward to playing them.
I see you. Oh, excuse me. But, and I played a little bit more of Shadow of the Tomb Raider. I don't understand what I'm doing in that game. I'll play that for 2 hours and only like advance like 0.3% or something. It's crazy. So that's going to take me some time to finish. And then I played some Rogue Company.
Yes, you did.
And it's just frustrating to me to, like, when I'm up against people who are just really great Twitch gamers and like they've just got skills with their hands and, you know, they can actually aim. Every time I go to shoot at somebody, I'm like shooting up over their head or like into the sky. That doesn't work for nobody. That don't work for nobody.
So you're frustrated by Tomb Raider. You're frustrated by Rogue Company.
No, ultimately, I'm frustrated by my lack of ability and how I'm, you know, playing video games has been a big part of my life, and I'm just like mediocre. I can't even like get through a game without. I mean, games are supposed to be a struggle. They're supposed to be hard. They're supposed to be something to overcome, and I definitely enjoy some experiences. Usually, the ones that are just like jump now, and then I jump, and then it's like good job, and you get more.
I think the biggest challenge in any game is yourself.
Yeah, it's always, and I'm a miserable person. So let's work on that, huh? 2021 is going to be my year.
Is that all you played, Nikki Hill?
I don't know. You tell me. What have I played?
I don't know.
I don't think I played. I don't think we did any Friday the 13th this past week.
I don't believe so.
So, what did you play, Raw Meat Cowboy?
Oh, thank you for asking. I also played Rogue Company, which I played with you last night. Hello, Cumulative.
Oh, I did play something else, but I didn't play enough of it to talk about. Good night, everybody.
We played Rogue Company last night, and I had a lot of fun. I mean, I had a good time with you. I was on the same teams as you that were mostly losing and sometimes winning, but I still had a lot of fun. And I will talk for the aspects of your gameplay that you won't. You got the final point or the final win in a few games. You took out enemies as well. You were an important part of the team. You make it sound like you're not doing anything, and you are.
Remember when we're playing Friday the 13th and I'm playing as Jason and I take out or eliminate, 5 out of 7 camp counselors, I'm still frustrated.
That is true.
I'm also frustrated because there's controls that like don't seem to be working at times, or like I try to do something and then somebody gets away. Like, I don't know. I'm still enjoying things, but I've got a lot to work on.
What are you doing right now when you're talking? Because it's so much louder and I like it.
I'm holding the phone in my hand, which I did when I did the releases too.
So yeah, we played that last night, and actually Nicky Hill played for maybe an hour and a half, and then he had to go night, and then I kept playing. I played a lot of that game last night, and I'm very excited to play more. I really like that game. Rogue Company is just fun. It's very simple and straightforward. It's obviously taking things from like computer games that are popular, like Counter-Strike or something like that. You have one mode where it's plant the bomb or defend against the bomb being planted, and another mode that is tickets. Basically, not tickets, I guess. Although that's what they're called. But each team has. Oh, okay. Yeah, no, go right ahead. No, it's fine.
Yeah, you've had your time. You know, you talk for like an hour and a half, and then I get 2 minutes to talk about what I played. No, I was just gonna say, I forget what I was gonna say. I'll come back to you.
This is great. You interrupted me to tell me you forgot what you were gonna say. Yeah, I played a lot last night, and I really like the game. I have a ton of fun with it. I think it's quite nice looking for a Switch game. I think the character models are really good. I like the different characters that they have. It just has a very clean, simple look to it. It runs really well. There's no slowdown that I've ever experienced. Obviously, we're still in beta, so I had a couple crashes, and I think Nicky Hill had a couple crashes. But it's beta. But yeah, I really like it. I feel like it's a ton of fun. I want to get a team of 4 in there.
I'll play.
You need to buy it. It's $15 though. That's not bad. You're gonna, because you're a hardcore gamer now.
My retro check probably got deposited yesterday.
Would you really want to play that?
Yeah, why not?
Okay.
She's a hardcore gamer.
And we'll get PC in there. Hey PC, come play this game with us.
So here's the thing for me. I think. You know, the section, it's not capture the flag, but it's King of the Mountain, right? So it's kind of capture the flag. And that's not really capture the flag. It's kind of similar.
I was thinking about this mode, and I cannot figure out what the point of securing that spot is.
Well, that's why I'm like, I feel like this is weird, you know? So it's kind of capture the flag, but without a flag.
Well, I mean, usually when you play a game where it's King of the Hill, you secure a spot and you hold on to it for a certain amount of time. And then if you hit a certain amount of time, you win. So the 2 ways of winning would be take out all the other players and deplete their entire bank of lives, or secure the spot for a long enough time that you meet the threshold. So I don't know if there's a threshold that hasn't been met yet or not, but I meant to look online to read the details, because I feel like for the amount of time you have to stay king of the hill, it just doesn't make sense for how fast-paced the gameplay is. So maybe there's something I'm missing. I need to take a look. But the other mode, Demolition, is the one where I spend most of my time, and that's fun. That's half plant the bomb, half defend against the bomb being planted. It's 4v4. Hello, Outlawed.
But for me, it's like that whole King of the Hill thing. I don't know, like going back to playing Halo, like back with when you were first playing Halo Online or whatever, you were stringing together Xbox units or whatever.
Yeah.
You had to get into a vehicle and like travel to the other team's camp and get their flag and then travel it all the way back. Like it felt like there was more to do rather than just babysit a box in the middle of an open space. You know what I mean?
Well,
That's why I kind of feel like I'm just a little underwhelmed with it or something, because it's just like I run in, I do this, and then like we just kind of do that. And like you even said last night, like you even have like a sniper rifle sort of gun, but you don't have any place that you can strategically set up to actually snipe people or like play that way. So.
Yeah, I mean, you can snipe, but I would say there's very few maps where sniping makes sense. Like there are maps where it makes sense, but yeah, like where we were playing the King of the Hill mode, whatever it's called, I don't know that I would play as the sniper character just because it doesn't make a lot of sense. But yeah, I mean, Halo has basic modes and advanced modes, or I should say more complicated modes. Like Halo has this Slayer where it's just literally run and kill people, and Team Slayer, which is the same thing but teams. And then they have Capture the Flag, and they have Oddball, and they have King of the Hill. But yeah, King of the Hill, I think the only difference in Halo King of the Hill was the hill would move while you were playing. So, like, what?
King of the Hill.
That's the other thing, yeah. Like, secure this area. Area secured. Now secure this area. Area secured. Now go.
Well, all the Halo games are different, though. Some of them are literally just go to the hill and secure it. But then there are ones, where you would like do objective-based King of the Hills, where you would secure one spot, move on to the next, secure one spot, move on to the next. But if you lost a spot, then you'd have to run back and get the other one. So yeah, it's a more varied King of the Hill. But again, this is beta, and there's no doubt going to be more modes. And they've already shown off new maps, too. They've shown off in-game visuals for new maps that they're working on right now. So it's with a game that lives online like this, changes are going to come about constantly. So I'm excited to see where it goes. But I like it. I was honestly thinking last night while I was playing it, I was like, I actually like this game enough that I would watch people play it. Like if there was a tournament, I'd be like, oh, I'll check that out. Because, I think it's very easy to understand what's going on. It's not as complicated as some of the other online games. So I could just watch and enjoy it. But I played it a ton last night. Like if I let me look at my playtime.
And honestly, it's, I think it's, for me, it's like, it's too fast paced for me to be able to handle it because I'm dead before I even get started.
Well, that's the thing. It is very fast paced and rounds are quick. But you just have to change how you play then.
Yeah, I have to change from dying immediately to surviving a little bit longer.
Yeah.
It's not that easy.
I'm not saying it's
you
not
much
easy,
yet
but,
to learn.
Yeah, I played altogether over 4 hours last night. So I played a ton. I really like it. So I played that. And I also played a lot of Panzer Paladin, which I really don't feel like I need to talk about because I did the video review, and the video review is like over 20 minutes long. I talked about every nook and cranny of that game. Even the developer commented on the video to say that they really liked it. I believe they said it made them blush. It's a 2D platformer. It's old school visuals like you would see on the NES. It's chiptune music with some real instruments thrown in, like guitars and drums. It's Mega Man style. You go through a certain amount of stages and defeat a boss at the end of each stage. And then once you do your regular round of bosses, then you move up to another thing, which has more bosses, but it's in a different place. And the major hook is you get different weapons all the time. Hockey sticks and swords and batons and tree branches and chainsaws and whatever. And they each have a durability to them. So you can only use them so many times and they break. And you move on to something else. So some are stronger than others. And then also you can break the weapon if you want to get a special ability. So breaking a weapon will give you more defense or more offense or the ability to reflect incoming bullets or maybe shoot something out from your sword or it can send out a whole bunch of lightning bolts to take out enemies. So these are all limited time abilities that you get from breaking a sword, but still. It plays really well. Sounds really good. Looks really good. It's a 2D platformer. If you like those games, this is an expertly made one. They did a fantastic job with the color palette, the use of limited colors. It's got really cool cutscenes. It's awesome. It's awesome. If you're a old school 2D fan, if this isn't on your radar, it should have been, and it's out now. You can get it right now. It's fantastic. I can't say enough good stuff about it. It's made by Tribute Games, who made Flint Hook, which is another awesome game. But yeah, this is very much a love letter to the NES, but it's good. And then there's you can make your own weapons. You can do a time attack, like a speed run mode. You can do a boss rush mode.
I feel like I don't need to talk about this, but let me talk about this for 25 minutes.
You can upload your weapons online too, so other people can download those weapons. It's like Mega Man and Bionic Commando and Blaster Master and Ninja Gaiden and even a little bit of DuckTales in there. It's good stuff, so check that out. And I think that's it. That's all I played this week. Thanks for being cool. Thanks for being cool, you too, Mind Without a Cause.
Wow.
All right, let's do questions.
Okay.
Oh, I just closed the Discord by accident. Send your questions to GoNintendoQuestions@gmail.com.
Where?
GoNintendoQuestions@gmail.com. They can be about Nintendo. They can be about video games in general. Or they can be about anything you want.
Great.
Today's question comes from Ted. Ted says, oh, I'm excited about this. Ted says, what kind of drinks do you all like to drink?
Coffee.
Mom Brain loves coffee. Anything else?
Kombucha.
No comment.
Um,
What's your favorite kombucha flavor? Sour? Is it sour? Rotten?
No. I mean, I like generally ginger or cayenne. GT's Trilogy is excellent. Kombucha, mine without a cause, is a fermented
Sour
tea
juice.
drink. It's like sweet tea, but it's fermented and it gets fizzy and it's
Let me put it this way. You smell it and you're like, oh, this definitely shouldn't be in my body.
It's not for everyone. And I do enjoy black coffee. But I also enjoy many different kinds of coffee, including, a latte or a little bit of cream. I mean, I think for my normal like weekday, just like easing in, I like to make I have an espresso machine, so I like to make an Americano and put a little splash of light cream in it. I also make my own kombucha, which is fun. Very exciting. And I like seltzer. I like me a good seltzer. And Coca-Cola. That's all.
Thanks, Mom Brain.
Yeah?
Could you add a Scooby or Scoby or whatever it's called to
Scooby.
a jar of coffee and fermented coffee?
Yeah, you can make it as long as the coffee has sugar in it.
Nikki Hill, what do you like to drink?
Water. I'm pretty excited, guy.
Really? There's nothing else you like to drink but water? Is that really what you're going to do?
You like a good milkshake.
I like
Yes.
a good milkshake, but is that a drink? Or is that a...
What the hell do you mean? Is that a drink? Yes, it's a drink.
It's ice cream with a straw.
It's a drink.
It's a drink.
Okay. Yeah, so I like milkshakes and water. And if you mix a milkshake and then after you drink a milkshake, you drink a seltzer, you're going to have a problem.
I remember you had a problem.
Did I?
Yes, I remember you talking about that when you were here one time.
Sorry, I get a little choked up when I talk about stuff.
Only there was a way to mute the phone. So, all right, so that's all you're going with. Coffee or milkshakes and water. That's it.
I like coffee. I like tea. I like water. I like fizzy waters, like seltzers of the sorts. I like anything that's liquid, man. Just give it to me.
Okay.
What about you, Daddy?
Oh, and I love ginger ale. I forgot.
I like milk. I love milk. I can't say I like milk. I love milk. Whole, 1%, 2%, skim, don't matter. But it's got to be milk. I don't want oat milk. I don't want grass milk. I don't want coconut milk, almond milk, soy milk. I need milk.
Cow's milk.
Straight from the udder. The teat. Give me that sweet teat. I love drinks. Like I love juices. I like trying out different sodas, but I really love juices. Mom Brain, we just tried some juices recently. What juices did you get me?
I got you Juicy Juice cherry and then like a tangerine orange or something like
They
that.
were both good. I like the cherry one better, but they were both good.
You know what I tried that I think I'm going to have to try again today to be sure I don't like it? Baja Blast. I really was disappointed when I drank that.
Wait, did you drink it with Taco Bell?
I don't think I did. I think I just got you a Baja Blast and
it's-
then I had a sip.
Yeah, they say it's perfacely paired with Taco Bell's
So
menu.
that's where we're going now.
Right now we gotta go.
Yep.
It's very hard for me. You know what I really liked? I loved Sobe Power. I don't know if they still make that.
God,
I also like
love Sobe Power.
Snapple Rain. But they definitely don't make that
remind me
anymore.
Of when we first started dating. Like
when
we
I
would,
used to make you feed me Snapple. Yep. Those were the days.
I did think of something else.
Oh, go ahead.
I like black cherry cola.
Mm.
If like a company does like a special black cherry beverage, I'm all aboard. I'm all aboard.
That is that's the only soda Lube allows himself to have is something black cherry.
I do like black cherry.
Mom Brain loves root beer.
Do you know what I hate? Root beer. And I want you to know that for the record, Rami was like all up in my business about trying root beer, and I did it for him, and it was disgusting.
Yeah, but again, for like the 7 millionth time, you didn't buy just a classic root beer. You bought some brand I've never heard of that's in a barrel bottle.
Bundaberg. They make a delicious ginger beer. I thought it might be a nice, sturdy root beer.
No. You need to just go with a standard brand root beer. A&W or what's the other one?
Kirby says it should have been A&W. Barks.
See? What do you mean Barks has bite? Yeah, A&W. Thank you, Kirby.
Hamburgers and root beer.
Yeah, you just have to start with the basic before we get into artisanal root beers.
Autumnal Blake wants us to explain Baja Blast.
It's
a Mountain Dew drink.
Blue. It's teal.
Mm-hmm.
It's got some citrus to it, doesn't it? I don't know. It's so hard to describe.
Mm.
But yeah, it was for a while, I believe, you could only get it at Taco Bell. Like it was made for Taco Bell. You couldn't go to the store and buy a bottle of Baja Blast. But now I think you can. So yeah, I like iced teas. I like it all, man. I like it all. I'm always excited to try out a new drink. I love going to
he does not like coffee.
A Wawa or a 7-Eleven or Quick Check or any of those, and just going to the drinks section to see what new kind of drinks they have, because I'm always down to try something new. The only thing I don't like really is energy drinks. I don't want to drink energy drinks. Just, something, a soda or a juice, a regular one. Or one of those milkshake things, which they don't really make too much of anymore. Which
you like a chocolate milk. You like a cookies and cream milk.
Yeah, double chocolate milk. I love.
You love sweet tea.
Sweet tea. Yeah, I love it all.
And hot tea with a lot of milk and sugar.
Peach tea. I love all the teas. I love it all, really.
He'll also drink a single shot iced.
No cumulative, no E-tank.
A single shot iced 8-pump venti white mocha.
I don't even know
Starbucks.
what any of this means. You're just making it up. So that's drinks. Thanks for the question, Ted. Patreon question. Hey, Mom Brain.
Yeah?
Did you know that you can join the Patreon for
$1?
For $1. Yes, thank you, Billy. Just $1. Today's question from Patreon comes from Guy Bones. He says, what is in your car right now? Anything dumb or unusual? Do you keep it clean or have last week's half-eaten Pizza Hut on the back seat? It's funny that this question is old, but talks about Pizza Hut, which we had in the car last week. The oddest thing I have in my car is probably a tetherball, always ready to throw down at any elementary school playground. Thanks for the burps and the laughs. You're welcome, Guy Bones. There you go. Mom Brain, what is in our car? Because you drive the car 99.9% of the time.
First of all, my truck is immaculate. There's nothing in it that doesn't belong in it.
Nobody. The question wasn't what's in your empty car. It's what's in your car.
Our car is, so the back door, the trunk is a door, like a fridge door, and that door doesn't work anymore.
Mom Brain.
And
what
so
is in your car?
And so as a result of that, there's literally Christmas decorations from the Teachers Union Christmas float that I put together with my colleagues at Christmas time. They're in boxes in the back because they're a pain in the butt to get out. And then, school's not been in session. I have a picket sign for my teachers union. And I have like an extra spare like winter hat and gloves and toilet paper and poncho and emergency kit, some masks right now, and probably a bunch of old mail because Ramit likes to get the mail as we're leaving the house and then he tosses it all in the back seat and leaves it. And there's probably 7 or 8 of his bandanas.
Well, the good thing is we don't get much mail anymore because mail has just given up. So
yeah.
Nikki Hill, what's in your car?
Got some folding chairs and a chair in a bag, and got some motor oil, a bottle of Febreze, And I've got there's old Christmas cards or something that I had that I just put in my glove compartment and I haven't taken them out. Some napkins, yeah, I don't know. Maybe there might be a squirrel that's living in there.
Ooh.
Is the Febreze in there from that time that nobody farted in the car?
That wasn't my car.
Well, I mean, I didn't fart. Did you fart, Mom Brain?
I didn't fart in the car.
Nikki Hill, did you fart in the car?
You know what? If it's going to end this conversation, I farted in the car. I know I didn't, but I'll just take the blame.
Did you fart in the car?
I'm going to confess.
Kirby says I didn't either.
Oh, well, that leaves Nikki Hill. It was Nikki Hill. He farted in the car. All right. Thanks for your question.
I'll confess to something I didn't do, just so that we can all feel like we got the guy.
we got that farter. All right. Let's do some music. Send your music to gnpodcastmusic@gmail.com.
Where?
gnpodcastmusic@gmail.com.
Okay.
Without your music, we can't do this section. Now let us get yet another perfect score.
You want to hear it? Oh.
Oh, I know that one. That is Nikki Hill doing the intro to the music section. 1-0. Is that what it sounds like?
This song comes from Autumnal Blake.
I know I recognize this right away. Oh, this is Splatoon.
Sure is.
This is the fight against the boss at the end.
Oh, well. Great job. It was from Splatoon, and Autumnal Blake sent it to us. Here comes a song from Blood Ocean 07.
What system?
Switch.
It's not first party. It doesn't sound first party.
Giant Reggie got it.
I have no guess at all. Is it Sega?
I don't think so.
All right, I don't know. Go ahead.
A Hat in Time.
Oh, I haven't played that game yet.
Uh-huh. Yep.
A 3D platformer.
That was A Hat in Time sent to us from Blood Ocean 07. This song comes from Foot. Please keep it down.
I'm pretty sure that's Keaton.
I was thinking that too.
What system?
Wii.
Ivy the Kiwi.
No.
Something.
It's doing that.
It's not first party.
It is.
What? Pokemon.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, you assholes. Pokemon on the Wii. Stop the song. I don't even like it.
Wow, I'm so
Pokemon
sorry.
on the Wii.
So sorry, Foot.
Pokemon on the Wii. Pokemon. Oh no. There was some kind of Poke Park or something.
It's not Poke Park.
Get him out of here. Oh my god, he's got his hand on all the buttons.
His hand.
Pokemon Revolution.
No.
Pokemon Puzzle.
No.
Oh, God. I don't know. Can't I just get it?
I mean, that's up to Autumnal Blake.
I don't remember what Pokemon games were on the Wii.
Autumnal Blake says you can have a half point.
I'll take a half.
Pokemon Rumble. This one comes from Guy Bones.
Mm-hmm. I know this.
Yep.
Is this Mario?
No.
Hold on a second. Oh! It's a Mario Kart.
Yeah.
It's just Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, I guess.
Yeah. Great job.
Wait, this is Dolphin Shoals, isn't it?
It is.
Just the underwater version
Yes.
of Dolphin Shoals. I didn't hear if I heard the sax version right away, I would have gotten it.
Great job. That was Mario Kart 8, and that was sent to us from Guy Bones. Here's a song from Glitter Bubble 3. Stop. Don't do that.
Bad dudes. It's not bad.
No.
Low G Man.
No.
High G Man.
No.
Licensed?
Don't think so.
Man, I got nothing. Go ahead, I got nothing.
That would be Heavy Barrel
Would have never got it.
on the NES from Glitter Bubble 3. Thanks for sending us a real stumper. Here comes one from Jess I.
This has to be a Square Enix game.
It is.
What system?
SNES.
All right, we can do this. No, it's not. Final Fantasy.
Yeah.
3,
No.
4,
No.
5,
No.
6.
Yes. It's a nice one.
That's a Square Enix sound. They used that for a long time.
So that was from Jess I, and it was Final Fantasy 6.
I felt like we were playing higher or lower on prices, right?
Definitely.
724 higher, 725 higher.
This one comes from Jet Jaguar.
Focus all attacks. What system?
Wii.
Spectro.
No.
Not first party, right?
I don't think so.
What in the world? Excite bots. Excite truck.
Excite Truck.
Yeah, that's first party.
I was debating. I was actually looking it up. Sorry.
Excite bike.
I know.
Excite
Then I
truck.
thought, I know. Sorry.
Excite bots.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
Excite me.
All right. So that was Excite Truck from Jet Jaguar. Here comes one from Mikey3319.
Fester's Quest.
No.
Blaster Master 2.
No.
What system is this?
NES.
Goonies 2.
No.
Licensed?
I don't think so.
Low G Man.
No.
Is it scary?
I don't think so.
Oh, is it a cave?
I don't know.
I'm like right there with the company. I can almost pick out what the company is. Tell me the company.
Give me a minute. Kaito.
I don't know. Go ahead.
Little Samson.
Little Samson. I never played it though.
There you go. It was Little Samson from Mikey3319. And it stumped you. Here comes a song from Wired. Let me just turn the volume down a bit.
What system is this?
Just like giving them away today.
Okay.
Switch.
I feel like I should know this.
Why?
Why'd it get so quiet? Octopath Traveler.
No,
Some RPG.
I'm not sure.
All right, I don't know. Go ahead.
Siberia 2
Oh, I never played that.
on the Switch from Wired.
Got some good ones this week.
This next song and our final for today comes with a
Final already? I missed most of them.
Yeah. This song comes with a banger alert.
Oh.
So I'm supposed to turn the volume down.
All right, can I have a system first before I guess? I want to guess based on the knowledge that it's a banger.
It's from Joe Shabadoo
That's not a system.
and it's on the Switch.
I don't know. Go ahead.
Do you know the song? 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 Oh, you're giving me anxiety.
All right, stop it. I don't know what it is. What's this banger?
Tetris 99 when there's like 10 people left.
Oh, really?
Uh-huh. And that was from Joe Shabadoo.
Should have got that.
Joe Shabadoo. Dog.
Well, this was how the French say not a good one.
Les incompetents.
Anastasia Beaverhausen says, wow, so good. 6 out of 9.
You really blew it, Romy.
I did terrible that time. Cumulative. Splatoon. Oh, no. I did so bad.
We.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Did I get 5 or 4 and a 4.5 out of 10?
I don't know. Ask Autumnal Blake.
Well, I see 5 X's here from cumulative and 4 check marks and a question mark for Pokemon. Yeah, so I got 4.5 out of 10. Oh, my God. Should this be the last episode?
Yeah.
You think so?
Let's call it.
Nikki Hill, should this be the last episode?
I'm sorry, I wasn't listening.
Well, that seals it. All right, this is the last episode.
But you didn't ask Josh.
We're done. All right, fine. Josh, should this be the last episode? Well, Josh, your silence speaks.
No, not at all.
Oh.
Josh, do you even want to be here?
Sure, whatever.
All right, we'll stay then. We'll see you next week. Thanks for watching. Well, everybody, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. I'll see you next week. Goodbye, everybody. That's a beautiful end, Josh. Thank you.
That's beautiful. Stunning.
Oh, man. That Josh, he's something else.
Amen.
Got something to tell us, Josh? Oh. Josh left. Josh, I can see Josh driving.
He's a union man. He's got to go.
I see Josh driving down the street already.
Yeah, giving you the finger. Your mom says bye-bye.
Oh, bye-bye, Mommy. Goodbye. Thanks for coming, Mommy. I love you, Mommy. Can't believe she stays the whole time. Mom, you're playing like Stardew Valley or something while this show's going on. You're not just sitting here listening. I mean, that's what most people do. They don't just no, unless you're in the car. I would imagine most people listen to a podcast while they're doing something else. Nobody like sits down with like sits down at the computer or with their phone and just puts a podcast.
Your mom says, "Nope, I'm listening."
Else, right?
Oh, Mom, what else are you doing though? Is the TV on? Is Dad there? Are you playing a game?
He's talking the whole time.
Guilty says Steister. Steister was playing Paper Mario. Oh, my mom says she's listening and watching because it's her visit. Because we don't do weekly visits anymore. Some say I'll never see my mother again. Might not.
Don't say that.
I said some say it. I didn't say I said it. We could maybe we should make a nice cage for my mom and dad in the backyard. They can hang out.
It's too hot out for them to be out back.
We'll put a pool in there.
Put a pool in the back.
Right? A nice pool.
Where are we going to find one?
I'm sure Sharper Image sells some sort of futuristic air conditioning unit.
You've got those two small buildings in the back of your house.
I've got an extra window air conditioner too.
We do a his and hers shack in the back. That's great. And they can meet in the middle and grill stuff. That works out perfect. Yeah, Sharper Image. I don't know if they're still around, but Sharper Image has that, like neck coolers or something. Why did they sell that? Sharper Image has such garbage. All right. That's it. Ugh. We're out of here. Sorry, Manch. We're done. So you're not going to be interested in this room anymore. All right, everybody. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Take a break, rest, relax. You deserve it. Play some games, hang out with friends and family virtually or safely or whatever you're doing. I don't know. But we're happy we got to see him. We'll see you next week. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.